Yo, check it out. I want to welcome everybody back to the Café Soul podcast, episode 16. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We have an extremely special guest in the house tonight, and we're very fortunate to have him bless the platform and share the knowledge. So I'd like to introduce our special guest. He's released 10 albums since 2018. He's been killing the rap game while displaying his talent, skills, songwriting ability, and his growth as an artist. He's a gangster and he's elegant, brown and intelligent, displaying leadership and has a rigorous work ethic that a lot of artists nowadays can learn from. You've seen him on plenty of podcasts, but none like this one. His energy is contagious, and we're grateful for him to bless our platform. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Bozo Emiliano.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you. Come on, clap, motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
No, homie, tried to clap. Thank you, I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. So, but real quick, I wanted to start this off. I know you. You're not afraid of any controversy.
Nah, we like the beef.
Yeah.
We know it's necessary. There's no peace without war.
So this is a big beef right here. It's gigantic. Let's address it. Menudo or pozole?
Pozole.
All right, there it is, dog. We got it. Pozole. Okay.
Well, pozole because you can get it red or green. Menudo is just red.
Hey, my wife throws down, dog, some green
My
ones.
girl
Straight.
too.
Hey, hell yeah.
Green one's fire.
Hell yeah,
Fool, we
dog.
just had, look, no lie, right? It's funny you said. My girl had a big old bowl, a pot frozen in the freezer from like 6 months ago, fool. And out of nowhere, she was like, you know what? Let's crack it.
Yeah.
Man, that shit, like, I don't
Still?
know if it's like wine or what, but it was like way better than like the original pot, you know? And I was like, fuck, babe, like this shit's fire.
Hey,
I thought she had bought that shit.
Sometimes I'm like I prefer it the next day.
Me too.
You know
Everything
what I'm
the next
saying?
day.
Yeah. It's
I'm a
weird.
leftover king, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, so like I was, we had a long conversation already, but like I was telling you earlier, first time I was introduced to you was on the No Jumper podcast with Gil, and what was appealing to me about you was your demeanor and your ability to articulate your message with intelligence, and you made a lot of valid points, and you got the ability to speak in a way as if you're speaking for me. In a sense,
From the heart.
Yeah, from the heart. And I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot of things that I could say. Damn, I'm kind of afraid to say it. Not necessarily on a physical aspect, but just more for the repercussions of maybe being I don't want to say shut down, not like
judged,
canceled. There you go.
Judged.
Yeah, because sometimes things can be taken out of context, and I don't really I fumble over my words and shit like that, But I know the way I feel and shit. So anyway, so like what I was getting at, man, is I appreciate that. So that's why I got behind you 100%, and this whole time,
thank you, appreciate
and
it.
since then I just been peeping, Thank God for social media and YouTube.
The way we grew up, we had to be quick with our tongue.
Yeah.
Like we grew up shitting on each other. That was a form of camaraderie in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like your mama's a fat bitch,
and that's what I'm good at. I'm good at that.
Shit. So you had to be quick. And me, like I grew up in Pico Rivera, which is predominantly like Mexican American.
Yeah.
And I'm first generation. Born in this country, like my parents are the first generation here, so the homies used to always pick on me for being a paisa and knowing Spanish and oh, look at your dad and look at your mom, and I'd be like, fuck you, look at yours, motherfucker, you know what I mean? So I mean, it's just it's a defense mechanism, what I mean, that's paid off,
Yeah,
I know it's exactly what you mean by that, Doug.
Yeah. And I got him like that. We go back and forth, you know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, sometimes
that's good, man.
like even today, like what was it when you were laughing? You're like, oh, that's you, circa 96.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot what
he
said,
made some fucking comment in the truck on the way.
Sounded just like him. I've known him for years.
Yeah.
And his boy made a comment that sounded just like something he would say.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I know he's be fucking with him all day.
Don't get me wrong. The pride was there a little bit. I wanted to snap back, but it's like, hey, you're teaching them that. You know what I'm saying?
You got to let him flex. You know what I mean?
The world's got a lot worse to say, Doug. So I mean, you got to teach him how to defend himself.
So shit. So I've noticed that you've shown a lot of skills and a lot of growth since your verse on Southside Down the Ride. I kind of did a little research and even on that joint, I'm not like trying to disrespect anyone who was on that joint or anything, but you stand out, your lyricism, and I know it's the rap game, but like especially like in the genre, it's more rapping and not necessarily MC shit. But
most
but what I
definitely.
pick up from you. Is the MC shit.
Yeah.
On top of the rapping, you have the ability to do both.
Yes, sir.
And like I said, through your body of work since like the 2018 till current, I've been listening, and and even production and stuff, your ear for production. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I appreciate that, because that's like one of the biggest things that I complain about certain artists that I like. Because like growing up, I listened to a lot of like the Wake Up Show, Sway and King Tech, and I would hear MCs go up and fucking just kill it. I'm like, hell yeah, but they're rhyming over someone else's shit, and then once their album comes out, it's like, what? Like that
Yeah,
shit,
well,
man.
it's easy to emulate something,
Yeah.
When somebody already did it, it's easy for you to see how you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And see how you want to do it. There's a difference from cooking from scratch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing's on it. There is no guide. There is no like puzzle. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like you create it and put it together. You know what I'm saying? There's
Yeah.
a difference.
Is there what's the difference between I don't know if you can think back that far, but when you were putting together that verse on that joint, like your approach in your writing style at that point to your style now, or even 2018 up until now?
Well, my lifestyle was a lot more violent back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I was way angrier at life. You know what I'm saying? So it was easy for me to express anger. You know what I'm saying? It was real easy for me to put that energy out there. Well, that's all really I knew.
Yeah.
Defense mechanism was on full mode. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like fight or flight. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
stuck on it. I never really came off of flight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've always been stuck on it to this day. But now I just know how to harness it different. You know what I'm saying? Because I
Yeah.
have children.
Yeah.
So children keep you grounded. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing like a child in the household, dog. Like that shit, it'll humble the coldest of men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Brings life to it.
Hell yeah.
And there's also like on like the flip side of that, like there's that way that you're talking about, and then you get some people who never look at it that way, and then they bounce to go do something else, maybe start a family over here, and they never actually sit down.
Well, the flesh is selfish. The flesh
You
is
ain't
selfish,
lying.
so you got to determine what you're gonna feed, your flesh or your soul. You got to make that determination off the top, because
Yeah.
I mean, it's on you, dog. Like it's on you. Like if you're it's like I used to always trip out on the title that 50 Cent on his first album. It was like get rich or die trying. You know what I mean? I want to get righteous and die trying. You feel what I'm saying? Like there's a different perspective to how you want to see life, because with righteousness comes riches, fool. A righteous man doesn't have no doors closed to him or opportunity. You feel what I'm saying? But a greedy individual does. You know what I'm saying? Because people see that you have hidden agendas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not transparent. Your purpose is never transparent. You know what I'm saying?
And the real good guys can disguise the hidden agenda.
Yeah.
And they can disguise it with love. Hey, what's up?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the fake hugs or whatever. You know
Yeah.
what you may receive as authentic.
Yeah.
And then in the background, or all of a sudden, just a flip, switches, and you're like, what the fuck? This fool came at me from a different angle. Or,
Yeah.
like, what? Like you didn't. You know what I mean? And sometimes, not sometimes, all the time. That's some bullshit, man. And like. It's just weird. There's a lot of fucking people like that,
Yeah, well, the more somebody's trying to convince you of something, the more lies they're telling you. You don't gotta convince somebody of the truth. That shit sells
Truth is a
itself.
lullaby, dog. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That shit sells itself.
Say that all the time.
You know what I mean? That's why when you go to a used car lot, them motherfuckers talk more than when you go to a real car lot where the cars are brand new.
you ain't lying.
They don't even come out to the new car lot. If you pull up to the BMW deal, they don't really come out.
Yeah.
You go in and tell them, hey, I want. When you
Yeah.
go to used car, them motherfuckers come out.
Yeah.
They come out there hop skipping,
Straight up. You ain't
So
lying.
there's a difference, you know
Yeah,
what
you
I'm
ain't
saying?
lying
The
with
value sells itself,
Yeah, and shout out to those people that do those jobs.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Because like me personally, I can't. I'm more of a grinder, dog. I'm a laborer. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
most
I fucking
definitely.
we
I
got a
feel
task
you.
to do. Let's get this shit done. Sometimes I think back to like Bobby. Why don't you fucking use your mind and stop focusing on your body? Like, no, okay, you need me to take care of that. Okay, boom, I'll knock it out. But have me try to get on an Excel spreadsheet and send emails and do all this shit. Like, nah, I didn't take the time to learn that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, I
And,
feel
and,
you.
And I wish I would have. But yeah, so I also take a lot of pride in being a laborer and other laborers that are with me, because
Yes,
I know
sir.
like, yo,
It's
we
in your
grind it up.
ancestry to do
Yeah,
that,
We
though. You
work in
gotta
the rain,
understand that.
we work in the snow, we work.
Hell yeah,
we're
most
just
definitely.
getting the shit done, and then I go to spend my hard-earned money.
But look at what you just said right now, right? Okay, so like you said, you're in the sun, you're in the rain, you're in the snow. Okay, and no disrespect to other people and other ethnic groups, right?
Mm-hmm.
The white man can't even stand in the sun. They develop skin cancer. We thrive in the sun.
Yeah.
Our pigmentation just evolves darker to where it's protected. We grow thicker layers. A white man can never do that. A white man will blister in the sun.
Straight
You know what
up.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
straight up.
they get the cancer, dog.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So think about that. Like, think how deep that is. You know,
Yeah.
think about how our people and our culture have evolved to where we're flawless in the hardest of conditions. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You gotta think privileges are a weakness, dog. You know, the strongest individuals are the ones that aren't privileged. You know what I'm saying? Because they go through every condition and they deal with everything head up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why you see, you know what I mean? Like I said, not to disrespect other race groups,
Oh, you're
but
good. Keep it moving.
But you
We're
know,
good.
like even it's like even the black community. Like I see them pull up to job sites and it's not their physical that hurts them at the job site, it's their mental. Before they even walk onto the job site, they already think, oh, they hate me. I'm black.
Yeah.
Like a Mexican don't give a fuck, or Hispanic, Latino don't give a fuck.
I hear you.
Because we know that our work ethic is gonna translate everything and express everything about us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't come in with doubt because it's genetically in us.
Yeah.
We already know why we're here. We're the workhorse. You know.
And I'm so grateful for every job I've ever had, every opportunity that an owner or a supervisor, had given me to be able to work. I appreciate the fact that, like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, if I get to work. Yeah, I wake up every day like, fuck, my alarm goes off at 2:15. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to get up. I don't want to
Yeah.
go. But you know what? To do everything that I like to do in my life, to be able to get whatever I need, for my son, him, I got another son too, and he just graduated from college. But everything that I want to get for them, and including my wife, I can't do none of that shit without work. So
Yeah.
I had to change my mindset when I was a little bit younger. I'd be like, fuck, because, I was doing music, like, fucking burning one, doing this and that. Like, fuck, I got to go to work. I'd be late all the time. I'm calling sick. And
Of course.
It's just like, come on, dog, like, piss or get off the pot, because you're not hitting music full time.
Yeah.
It's like you want to do it, but yet you need your job to pay the bills, to pay the house, the car, because the wifey don't have the same feeling that I have to, like, want to make it in music. But at the same time, like, I may have been a little chicken shit to actually do what it takes to kind of lose out and start from scratch.
Well, you didn't stay true to yourself, fool.
I agree with that.
You know, like when you're true to yourself and you understand that you need certain outlets for yourself. Okay, let me put it like this: like, you need to understand you come first, first and foremost. You always got to remind yourself, I'm number one, right?
Yeah.
I'm number one in this hierarchy, right? If I'm not happy, and if I'm not living on my passions, it's gonna translate to my family. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
It's like, let's say, for instance, right? You go to work, you pull a 14-hour shift, you sit in traffic an hour and a half. By the time you get home, you don't want to deal with your kids. Yeah. You could have a beautiful wife, you still don't want to fuck her. Yeah. And even if you did, you fall asleep before the light even goes off in the bedroom.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So you need to balance that, right? You need to determine, like, okay, so am I working for my family or am I working for the boss's family? You know what I'm saying? And once you determine that, you start to prioritize yourself a lot more. And you tell yourself, yeah, we might be a couple hundred short every month, but there's happiness in my household. You know what I mean? Yeah. And in reality, like, your wife doesn't need money to be happy if she truly loves you.
Yeah.
Your wife just needs you present. Me and my girl, we're not the type that's hugging on the couch all day, every day. Yeah. We don't hold hands through movies.
Yeah.
I'll be on this end of the couch, she'll be over there.
Yeah.
But we're happy as fuck.
Yeah.
Just knowing we're in the same room. My children, I'm gonna tell you something, and I say this, I don't know if I ever said this before, but my little boy, my oldest son, and when I first came home from prison, I moved us into a 3-car garage, that was converted into a couple bedrooms. And we were happy, man. We were happy living back there. And I remember one time us walking out the garage, and my little son, I think he was about 4 years old, and he looks around and he goes, damn, Daddy, we're rich, huh? And I looked at my son and I was like, fuck, I've been living all these, like, months and days thinking I'm not giving you enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, being hard on myself, like, thinking I got to do better for my kids. I got to do better, not realizing I'm doing absolutely what I need to do is just be present. You know what I'm saying? And that's why our households and the family structure in our communities are what they are, because it's a fucking rat race and we're chasing the wrong things. You know what I mean? Everybody wants a brand new whip, and it's not to impress your family. It's to impress the next man. You know what I mean? Everybody wants Cuban links, but it's not to impress your family. It's to impress that next man. Yeah. So you need to prioritize who's important and who you're trying to make happy. Are you trying to make your family happy and yourself? Or are you trying to make all these fucking strangers happy? You know what I'm saying? And that's when you know you're a man, fool. That's when the realization comes that you reach your pinnacle peak of manhood. A real man, look, dog, I'll put you like this. Look at our elders, and I always go back to our elders, right? Look at our elders and look at the people that come before us, right? They're on the side of the road selling tacos, fool. And you would swear they have a 5-star restaurant. You know what I mean? You got people that have 5-star restaurants and they ain't selling like these dudes are selling on the street.
No.
Because it's not always about the luxury, it's about the presentation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's about how you present the purpose. You can tell when people make food out of love to when they just make it out of profit.
For sure.
There's a complete difference.
sure.
That's
You know what I'm
100%
saying?
true.
So that's the difference. Like our
Buffet
people,
food.
our people come out, and the whole community, other races come out. You gotta understand, dog. People fail to realize that when people go to taco stands, whatever race or ethnic group you come from, you go for that Hispanic vibe and love.
Yeah.
You know, people want to hear the taco lady talking Spanish. Hey, mijo, dame esa madre. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's love. Like whether you realize it or not, fool, those are algorithms. You know what I'm saying? That we're translating to each other. And the smell and the way that these people are out there with pride, that's what's selling more.
Yeah.
It's the passion behind what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What is it when like they also feel fulfilled? And,
Yes, sir.
And that's our culture. We
Yes,
feel
sir.
fulfilled.
Hell
Like,
yeah,
when
they're
you-
happy.
Like, 'cause
Yeah.
what do
Our
we do?
people
Are-
do it
Mayo, are you
rain and
hungry? Let's
shine,
eat.
dog,
Let's-
and nobody does that unless they love it, fool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And look at how many they are, bro. Like, look, homie, LA ain't shit without them people, dog. I mean, it's just a fact, homie. Like, those are the arteries of this landscape. You know what I'm
agree,
saying?
100%.
We're pumping the blood into the heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're pumping the blood into the brain to translate.
And the fact that the love doesn't
And
get
dictate.
reciprocated is annoying, or how we're kind of like
But it's okay. We look. It's okay because that shows even more integrity. I'm gonna love you even when you don't love me.
yeah.
I'm gonna show you hospitality even when you don't have it in you to give it back.
Yeah.
Because that's what I stand on. You're not gonna change that. See, the minute you allow other people's translations of emotion affect yours is when you lose, dog. You can't let another man dictate how you're gonna approach something or react to something because of the way that they do it. Not, to match somebody's energy is to become a slave to that person.
They win.
You know what I mean? Automatically,
They
dog.
win,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, answer me this, dog. Let's say you're arguing with your son and he's just looking at you, blank stare. Man, is that gonna piss you off?
I'm drop kick his ass.
Man, is that so? Think
Some
about
Bruce Lee shit. Like what's up?
now think about another man walks up to you. He's like, man, you're a bitch, and you just smile. Dog, it's humiliating to that individual.
Yeah.
Cause all you're doing is run your mouth. You can't touch me. You ain't gonna touch me, fool.
Yeah.
Find out what's gonna happen. You lay a fucking finger on me,
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
We ain't talking, bro. Like
Yeah.
let's get it.
Yeah.
You gonna run your mouth? That's nothing, fool. Like
Yeah.
you just embarrassing yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, that's why we're so important out here, because you know, look, dog. It's like you know the slaves in Egypt. You know when the Hebrews had them slaves and Moses had to let them loose. You know what I'm saying? Like it was It caused such a void, dog, that it led to their demise. The Egyptians fucking went into the sea and drowned, chasing the slaves. They needed them so much. You know what I'm saying? Like there is no top without the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So we need to understand that we're important. We can't be looking at ourselves like, oh, we're not getting the love we deserve back. Like, oh, we're not. Nah, dog, we're serving our purpose and we're profiting from it no matter what.
Yeah.
Acknowledgement, you can't take acknowledgement to the bank, fool.
Yeah.
You can only take profit to the bank. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody telling you, hey, you're a hell of a guy. That shit don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Show me how important I am to you, fool. Like, come support my product. Come support my fucking my vendor stand. Like, come support my music. Come support my t-shirt shop. Come support my construction site. Like,
And there's a lot of people like on Instagram that are like that as well. You know, like sometimes they reach like a certain status that they feel that they.
oh man,
are
do
kinda-
they, man?
And then you reach out and then
they?
they like don't respond or they you know, and I'm like, damn, dog.
Look, I get it. I do get it to a certain extent, but to another, I don't. Like, I get it because I've come across that situation a lot myself. Like, I make myself so accessible, people feel they're entitled to my presence, you know, a lot of times, right? But, you know, luckily for me, I know how to manage through that shit, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, when you become like, how should I say it, man? Like a celebrity or an influencer or somebody that has a presence in a community, right? You gotta think, bro, like the community invests in you, you know what I mean? So they grow an attachment to you. And at some point they start to think that they own you, that you belong to them, you know what I'm saying? So they act on that feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you gotta understand that too. You can't just be like, nah, man, I'm too big now. I'm too big for that shit. Like, nah. Even if you're not answering every DM, which I do answer every DM, right? Even if you're not answering every
thank
DM,
God, by the way.
at least no doubt. At least come out and do meet and greets, you know, that aren't about profit. You know what I mean? Come out and do charity work. Like, there's ways to do shit without you having to block everybody the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Because what did you want? What did you want this status for if it wasn't to give back?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's part of the selfish.
Of course.
What you were talking about earlier. And I agree. Like, my wife and I, we always talk about, like, if we hit the lotto, right? You know, you get that stupid money.
Yeah.
What's the point of? Don't get me wrong. We'll have a crib here and a crib there, but at the same time, we're gonna do a lot of work giving back. And
you're doing it without them millions, fool. You're doing it now. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's true.
You don't need the lotto to do it. All that shit you want. You don't need the lotto to do that shit. I mean, would it be nice? Hell yeah, but you don't need to do that shit, fool.
Because, you know, like, they talk about, you hear people talking about, like, oh, they donate, X amount of money to these charities and stuff, and it's like, I get it. I don't want to feel like, okay, I gave you money, so I did my part. We kind of want to get in and get our hands, I don't want to say dirty, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get in the
you
mix.
You want to be involved.
Yeah,
you want to be
let's
involved.
Cook. Let's do this. Let's let me shake hands and exchange some wisdom and actually see what's going on and hear the like the mental side of it. You know what I'm saying? Like what these kids are dealing with, and because, like you said, that's the future no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what.
It's like, so why am I gonna?
No matter what, and presently we're telling them that medication is how to cure their problems.
Yeah.
We're telling them to self-medicate. With perks, with fentanyl, with balloons, you name it. Like when we grew up, we were told, here's a little weed, here's a little sherm, here's a little meth. It'll get you through. You know what I'm saying? But we're not telling them how to cure those effects long term. You know what I'm saying? We're just teaching them how to suppress for the moment. You know what I'm saying? So I feel what you're saying, and it is important for us to be on ground zero. You know what I'm saying? It is important for us to be out there, and like I said before, dog. That's why grown men are so important. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because only we have the ability to have that medium.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're old enough to know how the youngsters think, and we're old enough to respect our elders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're the common ground for all age groups and all forms of life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is important for us to be out there present, and that's one of the main reasons why I'm still making music.
Yeah.
Because at my age, most motherfuckers will tell you, like, oh, you an old head, man. You shouldn't be doing that shit.
Yeah. Or almost like what message do you have? But you're the one that has the message.
Yeah.
It's not all these other cats that are, that got.
Well, I'm a real big homie. So meaning, like, what I say by that is, like, my little homies come to me for help. You know, my little homies know that they can talk to me.
Some guidance.
My little homies know that I don't send them on missions. You know, I send them to go get money. You know what I mean? I send them to go find opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I take them out around me and my opportunities so they can see what they can do, what they're capable of accomplishing.
Like right now, we
also.
just met when you got here in the other room, and the first thing you said was like, "Yo, I got some. You're in."
Yeah,
The opportunities you have, you're willing to shed light on it, and exchange
hell yeah.
information and give up the
Hell
game.
yeah.
And
Well, I learned from the fools that were here before me.
Yeah.
They didn't do that. And look at what happened. Like, I want to say, like, when I went to prison, dog, I want to say like this: Chicano rap was at a high. We were touring. Homies were going platinum. Like, we were on MTV. You know what I'm saying? Little Rob was doing the shit, topping charts. Capone was touring around the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit was popping. But all of them dudes, like, when it came down to Rob, when it came down to Capone, they didn't share the business side. You know what I'm saying? Because they were in positions that nobody else had been in before. So they wanted to bogart that information as opportunists. You know what I'm saying? So they wanted to be the gatekeepers of our culture. One wasn't even a real gang member. The other one wasn't even our from our heritage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so and the reason why I bring that up, not to insult them,
I understand.
saying that they're not gang members and saying that one isn't from our ethnic group. Okay, the one that isn't a gang member doesn't know carnalismo like we do. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really know the dedication of sacrificing yourself for another man just because of the soil you're from. You know what I'm saying? So he's not a patriot. You feel what I'm saying?
That's a good way
Okay,
to
and the second one is a foreigner. He's an exploiter of our culture. You know what I'm saying? His heritage and his genetic structure is always going to tell him to prioritize himself and his people. We were just a tool.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So therefore, the love was never pure.
The same as the liquor store that they open on the corner.
Yes,
and
sir.
fucking,
The movement was never pure. And you could say, I hear a lot of people say, he did a lot for Raza. Okay, what exactly did he do?
Yeah.
What homie blew up under his fucking wing? What platform did he share with us? Like what business conversation did he ever give you? Did he ever teach you about publishing? Did you ever teach you about composer? Did you ever teach about distribution deals? What did he do? Tell me, besides take the homies on tour.
Yeah.
Dog, the cheapest way for a rapper to hire security is to put his homies on the label and make them rappers so that they could be with him as deep as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like you make them rappers and here's a little mixtape.
Yeah.
Think about what it costs to produce a mixtape, fool. $1,000. You tell your homie, here's an album, fool. I'm putting you on. And the poor unfortunate bastard is like, my homie put me on, not knowing that you're just cheap security.
And
folks.
loyal as fuck.
You're gonna hold the burner,
Loyal as
fool,
fuck
and you're
to
gonna
him
get
too,
busted
yeah.
for it when the time comes.
Yeah.
And God forbid he be better.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And God forbid he be better because then he doesn't like you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know, we gotta be transparent about what we're talking about. So, you know, like presently with us now, it's like, and you know what? I want to take credit for that. I'll take credit for that because the minute that I discovered how to do shit on my own, I started putting it out there on my lives, on my posts. Like I was telling fools, like, hey, you don't need a label. Fuck is wrong with you? Yeah. You could do this shit through them. You could do this shit this way. And fools were like, but we need a platform and somebody promoting. Nobody's going to put us on. Boy, put yourself on. It's a volume game, dog. Yeah. Volume creates hype, fool. And hype creates a movement and movements create profit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So stop telling me about what you're lacking, fool, and tell me what we can do to resolve that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like gangsters do what they want, suckers do what they can, baby. It's you know, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
So not only am I defeating age, not only am I defeating genres, not only am I defeating color, I'm defeating even the doubters in my own race. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By the volume and my work ethic. But what else am I gonna? What is my strongest virtue as a brown man? Is my work ethic, fool. Yeah. I'm a fucking natural born workhorse, bro. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
And not everybody is deserving of the information that you're giving out at the same time, because like you're saying, like you're giving it out, but and even though I've given it to you, you're still saying, well, what about this?
Yeah, but that's why they're non-existent.
What about that?
They're not a factor.
Yeah.
You know, complainers, dog. Complainers don't ever become rock stars or superstars, fool.
Yeah.
Or CEOs or businessmen or you know.
Or buff.
Or buff.
They see the glass half full.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The glass will always be half full.
Because they always see it half full, dog.
Yeah.
Half empty. I'm sorry.
Half empty.
Half empty.
My bad. Yeah.
Somebody with grit and somebody with belief and faith always sees a half full, dog.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie. Like I gotta be honest. I did suffer from a lot of that. Not pointing fingers, just more like I don't know. Just but
why do you think that is? If you were to ask yourself and look back and think, how did I develop this complex?
Honestly, I don't think I know where it stemmed from, but I think I have like what I was telling you earlier about like the music. I think I was just maybe too afraid.
You don't think that you were listening to the outside noise too much instead of listening to your inner self?
Nah, because a lot of times I was kind of like a hermit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
okay.
I didn't really, like I was more
that will hurt you too.
Yeah, you know, I was more of like a let's work in the garage.
You gotta understand.
I don't want no.
We're a tribe. Like whether you understand it or not, fool. Like us right here, we might not know each other, but we're the same tribe.
Yeah.
We have the same cause. We have the same drive. You know, we want to connect with people, but behind a purpose. You feel what I'm saying? So you're never alone. You and I know people don't get it, and I know people feel alone, but you're never alone, fool. If you're a creator, if you're somebody that has a creative mind and imagination, you know what I'm saying? You're never alone, and that's what we need to understand is like you're only gonna find solitude when you put yourself on an island. You know what I'm saying? To get off that island, what do you got to do? You got to venture into open waters. You got to swim with the sharks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was our problem.
You got to lead yourself by faith. You know what I'm saying?
You just hit it right on the head.
Yeah.
that's exactly what the problem.
You know what
is.
I'm
And
saying?
I had a fucked up attitude too. You know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck you then, mother. You know, I had that stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
But at the same time, did we ever have somebody to speak it the way he's speaking it.
No,
The
not at
way
all.
Bozo
That's why they
lets it- let-
failed
let-
you.
lets it go
Because
and
that's
that's
why
it.
that's why the fools that were on and understood
Exactly.
that failed us, and that's why our genre depleted the way it depleted, and that's why we're having to pick up now when we should have been doing this shit 15 years ago. Think about how advanced we'd be right now. Dog, I'm telling you, listen to what I'm gonna tell you right now. And I hope that everybody's listening to me, right? In the next 24 months, dog, all these platforms are gonna blow up, fool. And Latino artists are gonna be topping the charts. You know what I'm saying? The next 24 months, it's not gonna take much longer than that.
And
we're already going that the highest selling artist right now is Latino, Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny already shitted on Drake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's even doing free concerts.
The
you know what I'm
ads,
saying?
Nike ads, McDonald's ads, Allstate ads, everything are directed to our culture.
Yeah.
You already got comedy shows being put on Hulu. Hulu already understands like they need to. we
HBO,
need to accumulate. It started in my hood with the homies, and then now like, look, dog. Let's be real. The most active rappers in LA period are Hispanic rappers right now. We're the ones out there working the hardest. Now, are we being rewarded for it? Probably not, and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But the most prevalent and the most active out there are us. You know what I'm saying? And we're doing the most independent shows out here on the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether they're big shows or not, they could be little clubs, even parking lot. It doesn't matter though.
And I'm also seeing growth musically.
Yeah, hell yeah.
know,
Well, you got to.
Yeah.
You got to, because it's just like anything else. When you stay in the gym long enough, your jump shot improves.
Yeah.
And I feel like me, that's the key to my success.
Yeah.
I'm always in the fucking gym.
Where do you get the work ethic from, dog? Like the fucking
Shit, I got, like I said earlier, I'm stuck in fight or flight. I always feel like every day's my last day, you know? And I feel like I got to take care of my kids and make sure that they're taken care of even after I'm not here, because I know what that's like.
Yeah.
Not to have, you know what I'm saying? I know what it's like to lose it all. You feel what I'm saying?
I kind of feel like that in the sense like I always feel like, and I tell my son this all the time because he's probably gonna have feelings like this. Him and my other son, I feel like I'm never doing enough. Like I
Yeah.
work 55, almost 60 hours sometimes. You know what I mean?
That's trauma.
And I come and I try to do this, and I hit him like, "What's up? When we're gonna work?" You know?
Yeah.
And I try to keep a schedule. I try to keep a schedule to record. Because I feel like that's gonna hold us accountable.
Yeah.
Into like, yo, dog, if we want this shit to fucking crack, we can't do what we did with the music. We can't approach it the same way.
No, you can't.
We,
Not at all.
we have to fucking just get out and get it done and do it, and kind of like head down and just grind, baby.
Well, look, your intuition is God communicating to you. All those thoughts you're having is your intuition. Your intuition already knows what you want to do and how to do it. But it's your flesh that's going to make you doubt yourself.
Yeah.
The trauma that you've absorbed, or even the disappointments that you've seen other people have, and the failures that they've had. You know what I'm saying? But we got to always understand, dog, that failure in an attempt to reach success is never a failure. It's just a stepping stone. It's just a bump in the road.
Part of the journey.
Everything comes with wins and losses. You know what I'm saying? But the losses become more valuable than the wins.
I agree.
That's always a fact,
That's
dog.
how you
Like
learn.
your losses are always bigger than your wins. Like let's talk about the last time that you won anything. Can you remember the last time you won anything?
Honestly, shit. I mean,
Okay, can
not
you remember
right
the
now.
last time you got your heart broke?
Yeah.
Okay then. See what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
exactly my point. The wins are we hold on to them. We celebrate them once or twice. Fool, I even forget my birthday sometimes
Damn.
because I'm always thinking about my last day on earth.
Yeah.
I know.
It's almost like you're saying like there's no clock.
I know my calendar isn't on my agenda. God is gonna come for me whenever He's ready, bro. You feel me? So I mean, once you understand that, shit just feels and dog. I'm gonna tell you something, dog. I woke up this morning. I saw the rain. And I walked outside to feel it because I remember being in the cell and just watching it and not even be able to touch it.
Oh shit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember missing that chill, fool, behind your back when the water hits it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I remember open it and I couldn't do that in the joint, fool. So therefore, like I become appreciative of every fucking thing, dog. I have dogs, fool, in my backyard, a gang of them. Because I missed that attention when I was busted, like a fucking puppy coming and like you're his world, fool.
Yeah.
And he's an animal and you're a man, and that bond that you guys have, like I missed it. I remember I would see the goons come in with the dogs to sniff our cells, and I would just smile and be like, damn, look at that bond, fool.
Yeah.
That they're one, you know? So it's up to you, dog. Like what are your distractions, and what's distracting you from appreciating what you currently got? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the voice of a female. Do you know Dog, do you know how privileged we are to have women, dog?
When you said that on the, I can't remember which podcast it was, but when you were like, I miss waking up to a house full of women, the voices, you know, with your sisters and stuff and everything.
Well, think about societies that exist where it's only men.
Yeah.
Meaning the only ones are prisons, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a prison?
No.
Dog, it's ugly, fool. You feel the tension when you walk in that bitch. It's a constant plot to assassinate character. Yeah. We're constantly picking each other to find weaknesses in each other. Without women, fool, we have no peace, bro. As men, we have no peace without women, dog. Women are the only ones that ground us and bring us back to that harmonious place. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. So you gotta acknowledge that shit. Like to think that you're a complete without a woman is complete bullshit. Why do you think homosexuals always want to be the loudest in the room? Yeah. Because they're never gonna find satisfaction for the voice that they have. Yeah. Another man can't complete you, fool. Yeah. Another man's not gonna complete you, no matter how much you bone him and how many dates you take him on and how you match outfits. He's not gonna complete you like a female would, fool. Yeah. That's why homosexuals are always pushing that. They're mad, fool.
Hey, going back to what you were saying about like the rain and stuff, looking out.
And no disrespect to the homosexual community. That's just my observation of life.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You clarified that before on previous podcasts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I love my gay homies, shit, and homegirls. I do.
Yeah. Your accountability is crazy, dog. Yeah. Like I'd like because you speak, but you're still accountable for what you say. Yeah.
Well,
and that's rare nowadays, bro.
Well, the thing is this, dog. The thing is this that actions speak louder than words. Yeah. So I know that I'm constantly outside. Yeah. You know, and I know that people know that I'm not prejudiced to anything else but fucking people with no morals. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
to go with what you're saying, like. How does it feel to be able to operate? Because not everybody is able to operate, but like you're very outspoken, and you're also like you were saying, you hold yourself accountable, but you also make yourself a target.
Yeah.
Like how do you does that kind of make you thrive? Because it's not like a target like I'm the biggest, baddest, I'll take care of anyone. Because I know
exactly what you mean. What I represent is something that challenges the devil to want to find flaws in it, you know? So the devil is constantly throwing arrows in my direction, you know? I'm constantly walking around. I don't dodge them, fool. Yeah. I let them penetrate because I know what I stand on is the truth, and the truth will always set you free. Yeah. It's not a corny line. It's the absolute truth. You know what I'm saying? So you got to admit your flaws. Yeah. You got to translate your flaws so that at that point, you're not a god. You become human. See, when fools don't show their vulnerability and people don't talk about their weaknesses, they're talking themselves like they're celestial beings, fool.
Yeah, that's my problem.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
we're
my
not.
Problem, dog. Yeah.
And we're not. I talk about my flaws, dog. Like, look, I'm insecure at times because of the way I was raised. I fear abandonment because I've been lonely a large part of my life. I fear God the utmost fucking possible that you can imagine because he's been there for me and he's also not been there for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I know both. You know what I mean? I know the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Did you struggle with that in the sense of like when I needed you, you weren't here for me, or when I asked for you, you didn't come for me, and other times like you were here for me? Was there certain situations that you put yourself in where you were kind of like, I kind of understand when maybe you weren't here for me this time?
Well, I do understand because I know that I needed to go with the devil for a little bit. You know, I know it's okay. The best way I could
willingly.
The best way I could. Well, yeah, willingly, because it's like you will never appreciate a righteous woman till you had a piece of shit woman. Yeah. Because when you've had none but righteous women, you just feel you're entitled to all these blessings that a righteous woman brings your way. Yeah. Now, when you fucking live with a slut and fall in love with a slut, oh my God, does that humble you, dog? Does that change you, dog? You know what I'm saying? There's nothing to a man more painful than somebody else fucking the shit out of the woman he loves and fucking her gobbling some stranger's nuts and swallowing that shit, dog. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing more painful than a motherfucking man when a man really loves a woman, fool, and she just fucking and then you start listening, dog. You sit there and you're thinking about, damn, I remember the way I had this bitch just a week ago. Yeah. And I know for a fact this fool's probably doing it even worse.
Yeah. We always do that, right? It's always like...
Well, it's look, dog, because we're always seeking respect.
Yeah.
See, women don't understand. We're simple human beings, like, as far as the male gender, right? Everything to us has to complement us and complement our ego. So everything that we do is in the chase of respect. We don't really chase love, dog. Mm-hmm. We chase respect more than anything. And women chase commitment. They want somebody to be committed, to be there, standing by them their whole life. You know what I mean? They want commitment. They want somebody that's going to be faithful. Okay. I'm faithful in my relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand that that's what my woman requires from me in order for her to respect me. And I know that that's a fair exchange. I give you this, you give me that. And once we both have what we need, we're strong together and we accomplish what we want. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That bond. So, yes, sir. So, like, women need to understand, like, I know right now, bitches are, like, there's a song right now on the radio right now, and girls as players too. No, you're not, baby. You're lying to yourself. You can't handle emotionally what being a player comes with, baby. Yeah. You have too much of a conscience. You thinking with your pussy too much. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're a creature that's always craving and has an appetite for love. You know, like men are players because we're created genetically to do none but fuck, dog. You gotta understand, women's window of creating life ends at a certain age. It starts at the age of 15 when they have their period, or 13, 12, whatever, different women different. And it ends when they go through menopause, right? Yeah. Meaning that's it for women. A man could have a baby in his deathbed, fool. A man, you could freeze my semen and still do it after.
Yeah, that's true.
We never lose our value. We never lose. And listen, once again, it's not to depreciate women. Not at all. I'm just saying that genetically, these are the facts. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Genetically, this is the way we were created. That's proven
scientifically.
Yeah, it's just facts. It's not me making this shit up. It's not me doing that. So therefore, like, we need to understand how to complement each other and what it really is about. You know what I'm saying? Like, the basic fundamentals, dog. When you simplify it like that, because fools think to themselves like, oh, I gotta be with this chick, man. I'm getting married. It's gonna cost me this much. I gotta meet the in-laws. I gotta stop going out with my homies. Yeah. I gotta stop being me. No, you don't. I was just gonna say that. No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that when you're committed to your chick. When you have trust, dog, I can leave whenever. The homies will tell you. I'll be out till 4 a.m. Yeah. My girl's not sweating me, bro. Yeah. Because she knows I'm a man on my grind. I'm not chasing pussy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're at the strip club. She knows I'm throwing money. I'm not throwing my dick around. Yeah. There's a difference.
And there ain't nothing wrong with that either. Except for, like you said, like you start throwing the dick around, now you're changing. No. Changing the dynamic.
Dog, me throwing my dick around depreciates my value. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gotta understand, like, you can't give everybody a piece of you.
Yeah. That part.
You know what I'm saying? You're giving away a part of you, every bitch that you fuck and every relationship you come in and out of. Yeah. What do you think's gonna be left after 20 relationships, or let's say 5 toxic relationships? What do you think's left for your chick that deserves better? Yeah. Trauma. Yeah. You having to figure it out, all scarred and battle wounds from all that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it goes for women too. Like, we need to be realistic about our value. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, for me to think that I'm the shit when I don't have a career, when I don't have savings, when I don't have the morals to raise a family or the intentions to, for me to think that I'm the shit walking around the city, like, ooh, fool, you're living a false reality, dog.
Because you got fucking, 70,000 followers on IG and shit.
Yeah, or like you got money. Or you got money and bitches want me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the chicks that are following you aren't women, fool. Those are little girls, fool. Yeah. Those are little
following
girls
you for a reason.
They're opportunists too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're opportunists. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, dog, the way I see it is like this, dog. Like, we're not at the age to be foot soldiers no more. Like, we're generals, fool. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And with that comes war tactics, Yeah. And with that comes a purpose, you know what I'm saying? So we got to act like it, you know what I mean? Let the little homies be confused about where they're going to grow to where we're at eventually, Yeah. They're going to go through the trials and tribulations. But as their elders, we do have the obligation to share the mistakes that we've been through, Mm-hmm. And how to improve upon that shit and how to be more ambitious. Like, evolution is necessary no matter what. Every generation has to grow. If not, then I mean, we're failing each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I dealt with that a lot, like with my younger brothers and shit. And what I say, I'm 42. I got a brother that's 31 and another one that's 26. And I was constantly like on him, just like telling him shit and like, oh, come at things this way. But sometimes, like we were talking about this before, like maybe the message wasn't delivered the right way it needed to be received because I didn't know how to. I was just like thinking like, okay, I figured it out. Boom, that's trying to make his life a little bit easier, or not necessarily easier, but just to kind of give him some cheat codes in a sense, and but sometimes I could probably come across as, especially because the gap in the age difference, it was more like kind of like another parent, You know what I'm saying? Because my parents and I.
Yeah, you're coming off as a nagging parent.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and even us, like my dad was just barely 10 days, turned 16 before I was born, and my mom was 17. So I was basically raised with them. You know what I'm saying? And as they're going through all their teenage years, their 20s, their 30s, and shit. And I think I was also like a little. Not jealous. That's a wrong word because they had it easier than I had it. You know,
You're resentful.
but not, yeah, kind of, yeah. In a sense, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
To be quite honest, yeah. But because I feel like, man, you guys have a lot of fucking opportunities, because you got mom and dad when they were, at our age,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? The different wisdom
At their peak.
at their peak and shit, and so
Or peaking.
right and. Fuck, I forgot. I lost my train of thought. But that's what I try to do with my kids. And I know he's like, all right, Dad. You say the same shit every time. But I tell him, the reason why I tell you all the time, because there's going to be a day when you're not going to hear from me anymore.
Yeah.
And you're going to remember.
Yeah.
You're going to remember like, oh, fuck, I remember my dad. And whatever age they are, when they go through something and they remember like, oh, this is what Dad meant.
Yeah,
This
hell
is
yeah.
what, you know what I mean? So I just try to make sure I fucking tell them and
Yeah,
tell them and tell them,
you got to even when they ignore it, even when they act like they don't, you know what I mean, when they don't want that type of intellect, you know what I'm saying, like.
Yeah. My oldest told me that.
It's their youth,
My oldest told me that the other day.
and they don't listen. And I don't know if you remember being his age, but I do.
Yeah.
And I remember just having so much energy, dog, that I didn't even know how to control it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know how to direct it, Like, I just knew that I had to be somewhere and I didn't even know where. You know what I'm saying? I knew that I had to do something, but I didn't know what I was doing.
Did you ever play sports?
Nah, dog.
Nothing?
I mean, barely little when I was little. But, yeah, like, my mom died young, so I didn't really have the luxury to, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
do
I
that
hear
type
you.
of shit. It was like, my only sport was feeding myself. I had to find a way to eat.
So you don't even know if you got a fucking cannon?
Nah.
Fucking.
Nah, I thought I was a basketball player in prison, but that was bullshit. That was bullshit, you know what I mean? Like, I was just fucking living a dream, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Shit. Hey, what was when you knew you were getting out? I'm sure there was a list of things that you had on your mind. Like, this is the first thing I'm gonna do. This is the first thing. What did you actually do when you can you remember?
To this point, I've done everything that I set out to do, literally. But my first thing that I want to do is a real piece of steak. They don't feed you real meat in prison, It's all soy meat or some bullshit, like,
My only experience.
It's soy meat? Is that what it is?
Yeah, soy meat, yeah.
Yeah, fuck with your testosterone.
Yeah,
huh?
hell yeah.
That shit kills it. Fuck.
My only experience is
Yeah, you grow titties.
Yeah.
like with prison is like blood in, blood out, American Me, because those are our movies growing up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going back to the scene with fucking when Big Al was at the
Yeah, giving the pork chops out.
yeah is that accurate?
No, fuck, dog. No. There's accurate things in that movie. For the most part, it's a fabrication of, like, they ran with it. Like,
yeah.
we could do with these tools, we can create this. Nah, fool. Like, in prison, dog, I'm gonna tell you the truth. We're all there going through the same shit, whether race, color, gang, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it's evident when, like, for instance, us, like, a lot of the homies, they bond closer with their worst bloodshed enemies, you know what I'm saying? Like, because there's a loneliness there, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're you gotta think, fool, like, going to prison is literally somebody coming into your world and snatching you off of that earth, you know what I'm saying? And putting you in a distant land where you can't see nothing. You know what I mean? I remember sitting there on my 8th year in prison and looking at the 15-foot wall and thinking to myself, like, damn, is the world really there still? Is this news and shit I'm just seeing just recordings of old shit that happened?
Wow.
Like, where's my family? Is my family still alive?
That fucks with your psyche too.
Does it fuck with your
Yeah.
psyche? You know what I'm saying? So prison is a place where, like, men are at their most vulnerable state. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's when men really realize how much they need their mother, their father, their wife, their sisters, their grandmas, their friends, their freedom. And it's the place where you realize how much men need opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you got to think, fool. We're constructed genetically stronger than women, than children, right? Because we're men, and that's for a reason, to carry a workload, So what is your body doing? It's like putting a motorcycle in this room and just revving the engine. What's it doing, dog? It's not serving its purpose. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can make all the noise you want,
That's a
and
good
you could look as tough and buff as
But
you
you're
want.
you're still confined.
But you're still not reaching your full potential. So for a man, that's hard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what happens is like, as men, we bond with that, especially when you're doing long stretches of time, you know? So we're a tribe once again. That becomes a whole nother tribe, you know? You see it when you go to the chow hall, you see it when you go to the workout yard, you see it when the homies are in the library, or when people go to church, you even, or when you go to visiting, you see it. Like, it's a bond, you know what I'm saying? So like the racial groups are there for structure. It's not for prejudice, you know? There is prejudice, don't get me wrong. That's everywhere, right? Yeah. But it's more for structure.
That's the animal kingdom.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we establish these rules to avoid a mess from happening, to avoid opening up a can of worms. Like, we're not gonna allow each other to eat with each other, smoke with each other, gamble with each other, or even fight each other, because we know what'll happen if we do. We're gonna cause chaos. Yeah. So out of mutual respect, let's keep each other's group, because we're more comfortable with our own people. You know what I'm saying? If it looks like you, walks like you, talks like you, you're comfortable to it. You automatically are attracted to it, and you bond to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'll put it like this: prison, its reality is worse than the movies. The movies don't show you enough violence. The movies don't show you enough carnage, fool. Like, prison is extremely violent. I seen a dude on this last term with the sliding door. The sliding door of our cell weighs about how much? Ban, what'd you say? You think 80? I would say about 120 pounds, right? Okay, yeah, you're probably right, 80, 90. But if you're sliding it at full force, how many?
It's iron too, right? It's
iron. Okay, all right. Sliding it at a grown man full strength per square inch, I would say that it's probably closer to like 500 pounds.
God damn.
You know what I'm saying? Right? Okay. You're listening to my terminology. He's like, what the fuck is talking about? But anyways, all right.
I got
right?
you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Okay. It is what it is, though. That's raw iron, bro.
Yeah, okay.
PSI per square inch.
I remember the homies slamming another man's head between it.
PSI, my bad.
At full strength, you know?
Yeah.
I remember them pulling the dude to the door and then slamming it as hard as they could. You know? Until dude's leaking out his ears, mouth, nose, eyes, all that shit. Like, I remember seeing the homies throw a TV off the second tier. Fuck. The old school box TV.
Heavy ass one.
Full force at a human being. Fucking just knocking the shit out of him. I remember seeing the homie get blasted like 32 times, and out of desperation and fear, climbing up the fence to where he's tangled up in the barbed wire, and he's still trying to climb through it out of fear. And no cops are coming to save him. He's just getting whacked. Like, that's fucking brutal, dog. Like,
yeah, that is.
You know what I'm saying? So like, the movies don't do prison justice, you know, and they don't ever show the brotherhoods that do conform. Like, I fuck with, man, dog, in my phone book, like, I got bloods that are G's in their hood, you know. I got Crips that I can call that are fucking known. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're homies, fool. We're bros, dog. Like, we see each other and it's like, fuck, fool, what's up, fool? Like, it's a joy that I feel inside when I see them, you know, out here. And they're not my race or color, but they're of my soul. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're men that share the same expectations and the same goals as I do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So those are things that they never show. You know what I mean? They try to make it, the Southerners are extremely racist. Nah, the Southerners come from a certain genetic structure. Like, our people, dog, listen, dog. As a people, we thrive off of bloodshed. You gotta think, our ancestors sacrificed blood by the lakes to gods that they didn't even believe in. You know what I'm saying? That they believed in, I'm sorry. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta think, like, so that's embedded in us. We only know how to show our passion and our belief in some through bloodshed. That's why as gang members, we go to put in work, because that's in us. And we were never allowed to evolve through that. The Europeans and them were allowed to evolve through that because they educated themselves past that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And what did the Europeans do? Like, the Europeans, dog, like, people think Europeans are prejudiced. Europeans are not prejudiced towards Mexicans, black, or nothing. They're just opportunist, ambitious as fuck. Because before they enslaved the blacks, before they enslaved the Mexicans and Central Americans and Filipinos, they enslaved themselves, their own people. Mm-hmm. You gotta think, they were enslaving the Scottish, Irish. They were enslaving their fellow Spaniards that were less fortunate. Like, they had slaves from the gate. You know, England had fucking mounds of slaves that were white. It's not about race. With them they're just professional slave masters, fool.
Yeah.
They figured it out. The only way that you can accomplish riches, generational wealth, is by slavery, fool.
Did you hit the disenfranchised?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Free labor, dog.
That's it. Yeah.
That's the only way you're gonna accomplish the generational wealth that they have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like you just gotta read history. History will erase you of a lot of excuses that you can have to hate somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you really want to dig, if you really care to find out why do I hate this person or should I stop hating this, go through history, dog. History always repeats itself.
Yeah.
That's why you can't trust the bitch that cheated on you once. She gonna cheat again, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just facts. You know what I mean? You can't trust the homie that owes you $20. He gonna burn you for more, bro. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and it doesn't mean to stop caring for them people. It just means like don't open those doors for them. You know what I'm saying? And separate yourself from that.
Don't create an opportunity.
Give yourself standards. Standards are everything. Mm-hmm. My homies know, like, if you're walking a certain walk, please leave me alone, fool. Like I'm not on that tip right now, dog. Like we on some other shit right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't wanna participate in what you're going through or what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, standards are everything, but you know, just how you can find an excuse to hate somebody, you can find an excuse to love somebody too. It just depends on how you want to.
What do you think's easier, hating or loving?
Love? Come on, man.
Yeah. Hate takes
Hate. Look, dog. I know hate. You know. I know hate because I invested in hate for fucking many fucking decades. You know. And the thing about hate is that hate never gives you a break. Hate never gives you vacation time. Hate is always grinding at your teeth, fool. You know what I'm saying? Now, love lets you breathe. You know, love gives you a peace of mind. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And with love, you can conquer hate. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you're beefing with let's say you and your homie have a disagreement, right? And he's constantly showing you hate. I'm going through that right now. Through certain things that I've done in my music, I lost a lot of my homeboys that don't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? They run their fucking mouth. They spit vile shit about me. They fucking act like they're too good for me, right? I remain the same. When I see them, I walk directly to them, shake their hand, even give them a hug. You know what I'm saying? And I let everybody see.
Yeah.
Because all them people in that room know that this fool's been running his mouth about me. But all those people in the room also know that I don't. Mm-hmm. So when you put us in a room like that with people around us, who you think shines, fool?
Yeah.
And who you think walks away more respected?
Yeah. And it's like one-sided.
And who do you think walks away happier?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That fool's fucking kicking at the dirt.
Yeah. And
You know
probably
what
feels
I'm
like a
saying?
dumbass because you
like
still
a
came up
fucking
and gave
lame,
him
bro.
love.
Because I'm there, fly as fuck, happy as shit, and you're still fucking just rolling around the dirt, fool. Because you know I'm in a better place than you are. You know when you could be with me, and that's what hurts them the most.
Yeah.
That they know they have a place at my table.
Yeah.
But your bitch ways don't, fool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
And those
like,
are hard to change.
Hell
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Those aren't just like something that just like goes away.
Yeah, but love is a motherfucker. Love is a trump. You know what I mean? It's a trump card no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Because love will also make you be on point. It's the love for my family and my kids that always has me on point for these motherfuckers. Yeah. Even though I shake their hand and I hug them and I demonstrate love for them, don't mean I won't blow his fucking face off.
Yeah.
I'll shoot that motherfucker right here in front of everybody.
Allegedly, yeah.
I don't give a fuck because I got love for myself, my family, and my kids. So my love for myself and my life and what I have keeps me strapped, keeps me diligent, keeps me on point. You know, I'm military minded. Can't slip, baby.
Yeah.
Can't slip. You're too important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When them hateful motherfuckers, they're so engulfed by the hate, they don't even keep point, fool. They're more worried about you, and everything around them is
They don't see
compounding and coming and coming. The real enemy is fucking right behind them, fool.
Yeah.
Forget about the atmosphere. Yeah?
But they're so focused on you like deers in the headlight. It's a weakness, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, to each his own, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather stay in love with myself, you know?
Yeah. Damn, dog, that's fuck. I like that shit.
Yeah. Grab your pencils and pens, dog. This is class.
Yeah,
Straight the fuck up, dog.
Straight up. Let me see. I got a couple more there. Let's see. So, like I said, I know you're in album mode and stuff, and you're getting busy. Would you be interested in doing an album with one producer? Like, is there like kind of like a Hit Boy, Nas,
Yeah, of course
Ninth
I would.
Wonder?
Hell yeah.
Is there anyone that comes to mind?
I'm about to do a project with one producer, the homie VHS. He's known for his underground work. Like he's worked with Freddie Gibbs, West Side Gun.
Okay.
He's worked with like Cream Pie, fools that are heavy into the hip hop
Hell
shit.
yeah.
But he's a Latino, so at this point, he's at a point in his career where he wants to work with talent. Because now he sees it. He sees the evolution. Before, you got to understand, producers like that couldn't call Capone like, hey, we need to do a project. We gonna knock. They're looking at Capone like ABC Rhymes and the bullshit, saying like, come on, dog, like you can't. So now that the talent has evolved to a cash, and I'm not even dissing Capone. I'm just using it as an example. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
But
Fact
it's true.
for fact.
It's true. Yeah,
it's true. Yeah. So now that we have artists that have evolved, producers are interested in working with us. Like I have a black fan base, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I have black people that follow me strong, and encourage me and send me resources and shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's also because of like exactly what you were just saying. You don't have the ABC Rhymes. You don't have.
Oh yeah.
You're not the.
Well, listen, dog. When we're talking about music with the black culture, it's almost like talking religion to a Jewish culture.
Yeah.
It is their religion, fool. Like you gotta understand, music is their lifeline, fool. Like it got them through slavery. It got them through all the civil rights shit. Like it got them through the heart. So those are their arteries, music.
Got them through the 60s and 70s.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So when you have that bond with music, fool, you cherish it. Yeah, and it's religion. You know what I'm saying to you, right? It's religion. So you gotta respect that. Yeah. And let's be real, hip hop. Did we have a part in it? Yes, but hip hop is theirs, fool.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
I agree.
You know what I mean? It's poor people music. You know what I'm saying? It was made for the less fortunate.
Yeah.
And in this country, they've been the less fortunate. I'd probably say the worse than them are the Native Americans, but nobody wants to ever admit that. You know what I mean? Yeah. The Native Americans 100%. Are the most ignored, the most pillaged, the most traumatized ethnic group in this country. To this day. To this day, we're still treating the Native Americans like they ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? But to go back to what I was saying is, so you got to respect that. You feel what I'm saying? And I do. So I'm a student of my craft. You know what I'm saying? I'm always seeking to improve, and I'm always seeking for the approval of my elders and my idols in this game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and I'm there, dog. Like I feel like I'm there. Like I got projects coming up with like one of the biggest names in hip hop. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Say his name.
So I'm not gonna do that right now, but
I got it. Have you said it before?
Yeah. I said
okay,
it
I know what you're talking about.
I just don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm just at a point right now. I'm like, fuck. I gotta stop doing that because I get more anxious. Myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's well deserved, by the way. Though.
Yeah.
It's well deserved.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Straight up.
Anxious to work, or you mean like it makes you anxious
we're gonna drop a project together. Well, I'm waiting on Benny the Butcher to touch down in LA so we can start working on our project. So we're gonna knock that shit out.
I was that's the name I was going for. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, because I heard you mention that previously on other podcast. And so what exactly is that? How was that connection made? Was it through like
I'm a street guy, man. I'm a gangster, man, and real gangsters don't have no borderlines. They don't have no city limits. Like real gangsters can communicate with gangsters from across the world. So through it's something to be said about having table manners. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had City Boy, which is one of Benny the Butcher's closest friends, at my little girl's baby shower. Like there's a relationship we've been building for like 4 or 5 years. Like any show that Benny does in LA, like I'm always welcome on stage with him. Like I'm always there, and it's because you gotta understand, man, like I'm not Benny the Butcher's best friend, don't get me wrong. We're homies and shit, and we know each other, but one thing about gangster to gangster, we can determine character quick. And I acknowledge the fact that he fucks with the homies, what I represent, the Blue Rag, the South Side. He knows our importance in LA, and he knows the weight that we carry, and he can relate.
He can hear it
because he is the same over there, and his squad is the same in his community. You understand what I'm saying?
I know exactly
so like I said, we're a tribe, whether we look the same or not.
Like
you
two
feel
of
what
the
I'm
same
saying?
in a sense,
Exactly. So my primo, Bobby B-Loke, he created a relationship with them before I met them. So when I came home from prison, my cousin was like, yo, I need to link you up with the homies from Buffalo, I need to link you up. And I'm kind of like, I'm fresh out of prison, so I'm heavy on my gangster shit, like West Coast shit. I'm heavy on RJ, Joe Moses, G Perico, like all the LA dudes at the time, But then, I started listening, man, and it was just like, fuck, dog. I felt like when I listened to Benny the Butcher, I really do feel like I'm at a table at Chow on the 4-yard with a solid ass dude, dog. You know what I'm saying? And somebody that isn't defined by his circumstance. He's defined by his spirit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The message that he gives in his music to his people, the example that he's giving as a grown man, to me is honorable as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm a huge fan of Jay-Z. You know, and to me, like, he's the next Jigga, dog.
Really?
So to me, yeah, hell yeah, I'm heavy on Jay-Z. So to me, like, it's an honor to work with somebody of that caliber. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just waiting for him to touch down. Hopefully, Lord willing, no deal that he does or anything that he, gets involved in will stop the project from coming to fruition. And that's why I didn't want to talk about it, because I know, like, with my experience, like deals that I've made and shit, sometimes you got to stop doing features, and you only got to work with dudes under the label. So hopefully, we can still do it and get it in, but it's expected to happen. You know what I mean? As soon as they touch down.
Let's talk a little more about you said VHS.
On VHS, the homie VHS producer, yeah.
How did you guys link up?
He reached out to me. So he reached out to a couple of new artists that are Raza that have been coming up. Like, I know he has a project coming out with Conejo. I know he has Conejo's an OG, but like the homie I Am Hazard. I don't know if you guys are up on him.
From Ontario, yeah.
From Ontario, the homie, yeah. The
homie, bars too.
He's dope. The homie's stupid, man.
There's another guy I reached out to, and my message still says sent.
yeah. Tell him that I sent you.
Okay.
And he'll answer. That's my boy. Yeah, bro. Like, I know he's working with him, and then I'm next. Yeah. But the thing is, like, fuck, dog. Like, it's hard for fools to keep up with me because I'm so like, look, dog. If I have 2 hours in a day to go, I'm here. Yeah. Hey, I got 2 free hours, babe. I'm gone. Boom. Call. Hey, Bobby, I'm there. Boom. Yeah. Because I realize that's what's gonna keep me. That's what's gonna keep my catalog built. You know what I'm saying?
Keeps you sharp too.
And the catalog is strength. Right now my catalog is strength. You know what I'm saying? Like,
how's your connection with Proper Dose? I see.
Oh, Proper Dose. So when I first got out of prison, I think I was out like 4 days, and my homeboy Stomper, rest in peace. That was Chicano rap artist, very well known Chicano rap artist. Like, he took me over there, and he was like, "Hey, Bozo, like, let me get you back in the booth. Like, I know you just got out. Like, you're hurt." And I was like, "Hell yeah, let's go." So I met Ernie, and ever since then, like that.
Were you writing rhymes in the joint?
No, I didn't write no music in prison, dog. It was like writing a girl that you love that don't write back. You know what I'm saying? So I just never wrote to her. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't handle that heartbreak. I couldn't handle writing music and it just not being heard or read. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even bother. You know what I'm saying? Said, fuck it, I'll get her when I get out. You know what I'm saying? I sure did, and I fucked her and I married her. You know what I'm saying? And now she's mine. You know what I mean?
And you keep banging it, dog. 10 albums so far.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So hey, it is what it is. You know?
Yeah. You got it sprung, dog.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Is there any producers like how do I say, like, any, like
Kanye, Dr. Dre,
if you could work with one right now.
Right now, shit, I think it would be, let me think. Hold on, give me a second, man.
We can come back to that.
Metro Boomin.
Metro
Boomin's a fucking beast.
He works that fine line. Mm-hmm. He's on this fine line where he could go back and forth. Yeah. I like the fact that and I hate the word marketable. Yeah. I hate that word. Yeah. Because you're too authentic to be.
Yeah. No,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're too authentic to put that.
Yeah,
but
like Benny says, he's like, artists like me come once every decade. You know.
That's why it doesn't surprise me that you're a Jay fan. Doesn't surprise me.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah.
And
I met Jay-Z, by the way.
Did you really?
Yeah, that was crazy for me.
I can imagine.
That was because of Benny. You know.
Oh, really?
Of Benny.
Okay, makes sense.
Right when Benny got signed to that Rock Nation deal, the Lakers were playing the Minnesota Timberwolves, and we were at the LA Live. Benny had a show at the Novo. Jay-Z was at the game, and he came to the show, and I just happened to be in the back with Jay-Z by myself, you know?
Damn.
And it was like, what the fuck? I was like, damn. I told myself, like, man, like, God loves me, dog. Yeah. You know, like, for real. Because, look, fool, I got through my last term. Before I did this 10 years, I did 4.5. I got through that whole 4.5 off of the Blueprint, you know? Like that album, you know? Yeah. And you know, like to and like just studying Jay-Z, you know, like studying him the way you said, like You know, he can go from dope boy, super gangster shit to marketable shit to soulful shit to vintage to like futuristic flow. Like to me, that was very intriguing to me. You know,
to this day,
it was like a boxer turning southpaw. You know,
exactly.
It was the same thing, and to me, it was like so intriguing. And you know, I'm that guy, fool. Like I'm that guy. I'll sit in my room, dog, and I'll listen to somebody. Like let's say, for instance, somebody that constantly changes their delivery. Man, there's a few artists, man, that I listen to. Like, I'll even listen to Drake. I'll study him, you know? I'll study Drake and I'll study artists like Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I'll see the way that they can change and the change in tones, vocals. Like, I never went to vocal classes, but I did it to myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like bending conduit. Nobody would teach me at the job site. So guess what? I went on YouTube and just learned on my own. Same shit with the music. Like I just studied their rhythm and their delivery, and I figured out the writing format, and then you know I started just being more versatile. You know what I'm saying?
What I learned too in my writing process was like when I first started writing rhymes, I was saying too many words in a bar, and it was kind of even though the last rhyme, the last word rhyme.
Ernie G's heavy about that. You know, he's like, sometimes less is more. Yeah. You know, it's just about your delivery and how you drag it and the swagger behind the delivery. You know what I'm saying? He used to tell me when I first started working with him, Bozo, I know you're excited and I know you got a lot to say, but you're too anxious, bro. Yeah. Simmer down, fool. Like tone it down. Like,
but it's hard.
Show me the swagger. Show me swagger.
Yeah, those 10 years.
It was hard at the beginning.
Like, I need to get it all out in one verse.
It was, but swagger's more important. Confidence is more important.
Like they say, less is more. Like you just
said. Like look, any fool can scream at the top of his lungs in a room saying the most ignorant shit ever, or you know, intellectual shit ever. But all people are gonna see is his energy, and you know. Like be pushed back and fear it, you know what I'm saying? But when a motherfucker talks at the right tone with the right confidence, it's captivating.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Because confidence translates into strength and humbleness at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So it's on you. But yeah, like I mastered that. Like my last project, I think was my peak album so far. You know, the Hunger Games 2, The Price of Integrity. Yeah. Like I honestly think that that album is my favorite right now, like that I've ever done. You know?
So when you perform, I know you got a large body of work. Are you performing a couple songs from each album, or are you in?
Well, I go to my playlist, you know, and I see what people stream the most. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
And I just go off of that. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes I go off my energy. You know what I'm saying? Like how I'm feeling, and you know, if I'm feeling like Genghis Khan, I come out on some gangster shit. If I'm feeling like Malcolm X, I come out on some, you know, some other shit. Just depends what I'm on. You know.
Do you have a DJ?
I have a few that I work with, but right now it's Jay Silva. Jay Silva right here out of Southgate. That's the boy, man. He was one of the first ones to. He produced the Revenge is a Promise for me when I first came out of prison, which was like a big track for me. So he's dope. Yeah. Like, you know, we do the whole Hunger Games drop. Welcome to the Hunger Games.
And even like the cover art.
Like cover art is Von Pohl. Von Pohl right now is my videographer and my creative. He's my creator, fool. Like when it comes to my cover art, photography, he's documenting my life as we speak. You know, that's good. Like he's documenting a lot of shit, and we're building content. Like we're coming out with a segment. We're not doing a podcast, but we're starting to film segments called Goon Talk, where I'm doing like what we're doing now, but just by myself, you know, with a faceless entity asking me questions about circumstances in life and how I would address them or deal with them. You know what I'm saying? And we plan to do open calls.
You should
eventually.
Do that shit on Patreon. Don't give that shit away. Don't give that shit away for free.
No. Well, my channel's monetized, so regardless, I get paid. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a partnership with YouTube. I'm good. Like they pay me. They cash me out monthly. You know.
Good. That's
the money's right, man. We got everything, you know. As far as admin, everything's on point. You know, we got we deal with our royalty and publishing to Song Trust. Right now, I just did a deal with a company named by the name of Songvest. I believe it's the future of independent artists and entertainment in general. You know, like it's a new way to do deals without doing deals. You know what I'm saying? So via the blockchain and via the internet and all that. It's a company that I'm gonna be an ambassador for in the next like 30 days in February, to show the people the opportunities that are really out there. Because in the past there was always gatekeepers or A&Rs, human beings that try to determine your talent. Yeah. Well, now we don't need human beings. We're going strictly to the numbers.
I won't fuck with you, but
yes, they were dictating what was relevant and what wasn't. Now we're letting the consumers dictate what's popping and what's not.
Yeah.
We're not going to like media channels. We're not going to fake ass blog sites with nonsense rhetoric. We're not going to fake ass academics or fake ass platforms. Like we're going straight to the consumer. So I'm the people's champ. So of course the streets and numbers are gonna speak for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So based on that, that's how I've done deals, and Songvest is the only outlet that's allowed me to be completely free of any slavery through trends or record labels or any of that. That's why I have the creative freedom that I have. You know,
It seems like, with that being said, it seems like this is a time when the consumers, the fans, the consumers get to actually dictate.
they are dictating
the
everything.
business.
That's why you
Rather-
see an artist like myself still buzzing and popping. That's why you see so many Latino faces now in the media. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the numbers are dictating that. Algorithms are based on numbers. You know what I'm saying? So that's allowing us to come to the forefront of a lot of entertainment now, a lot of platforms, and that's why you see us now on Nike commercials, you see us on Allstate commercials, you see us on McDonald's commercials, you name it. We're the face of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is a beautiful thing for our community, because that's going to highlight our work ethic, and our work ethic is going to give us the ultimate advantage over a lot of shit that was holding us back before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not just the no offense, the blue-eyed blonde ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Before,
Yeah.
our skin tone, even
Yeah.
among us.
Yeah, most definitely.
Even among us.
Amongst us like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
like,
you know how that is, yeah.
Like when I came into the game, I'm going to tell you the truth. I was too gangster for the homies.
Yeah.
Like most of the Chicano rappers that were on at the time weren't really from real hoods. They didn't have really.
They were like, yo, tone
real
it down a little
history.
bit?
Yeah,
Oh.
they would fear me like, whoa, this fool's a real one. They feared what I had to say because they knew that it would go. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of motherfuckers. Like even when I left High Power, that's why we had the fallout that me and Capone had. He tried to blackball me in his own way. Like producers
I
don't
can
fuck
see
with
that.
him. If he's not on High Power, we can't promote him. And it's like, dog, what are you talking about? Like how do you win like that, bro? Like you're setting yourself for failure. And I believe that when me and him beefed, and I went on my fucking campaign to
I seen a
discredit
couple
him, it
things,
hurt him, fool. Whether he likes it or not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It hurt him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anytime you got a real one talking with a real resume, like it's gonna hurt you, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why you see all these little young rappers right now, like going off a hype and trying to create controversy to go viral. Like that's just coming to an end.
Yeah.
You know, that shit reveals itself eventually. Like the 6ix9ine circumstance isn't only for him. That's for everybody.
Yeah.
Pretend to be something they're not. You know, that's a world-class example of what can happen to you. You know, your rise and fall. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a rap, dog. You know what I'm saying? So authenticity is your biggest value to yourself. You know, your authenticity. You know,
A few years ago, I know it felt like people were like untouchable, right? Based on going viral, whatever, on your Instagram, hollering shit, fuck this guy, fuck
Yeah.
that guy. YouTube, same thing, right? But like when we started this actually helps me be mindful of like holding myself accountable.
Yes, sir.
To not try to state my opinion as fact, and to also I understand like I'm not untouchable.
Yeah.
Especially in this digital world, all you need is dumb shit, anything. They can you can get caught.
Well, you're in Southern
You can
California. We're a
Yeah,
different animal
yeah,
out here.
Yeah.
You gotta understand our structure is different than any other place in the world. Even New York doesn't have the structure that we have.
Yeah.
I think I can't even say Chicago, because Chicago is a jungle. It's an all out, dog eat dog. Like out here, there's a hierarchy even amongst other ethnic groups. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
have a certain channel that we have to go through to do certain
Contacts,
things.
yeah.
And when it comes to us, like the Southerners, it's a beautiful thing, dog. Like, you gotta acknowledge the strength that we have in what we do. I know there's a lot of bloodshed and ignorance that comes from it, but you gotta see the cons in it. Like we stop. Look, fool, we stopped the drive-bys and the loss of innocent children getting hit. We stopped that for how long now? 20 years now. And it's real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, like in any other state, sexual offenders and perverts, they're doing time with everybody else with no fear. That means that the men in those societies and those communities aren't doing their job. Like over here, we don't let that shit ride, bro. We gives a fuck who you are. So I know SPM's talking about coming to Cali when he gets out. Like, good luck, bro. Like doing the show out here. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I
that's
know
fucking,
Texas
like-
hates me for defending children that have been victimized, but
That's the wildest shit.
you gotta
dog. Like,
understand, dog. Listen, dog. You gotta understand. We've all been victims one way or another,
yeah.
whether secondhand or directly. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Due to,
yeah.
you know, sexual predators. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why Texas. I don't even want to say Texas. I want to apologize to the state of Texas. I want to say the SPM fans feel that that's not important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To look, dog. I'm gonna tell you something. If he needs to be made an example of,
We
in
didn't get
order to
demonetized because of that song. I'm just kidding.
in order to spread that message, then that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If we have to make an example out of him to show that our community doesn't tolerate that type of perversion and pedophilia that other communities do and promote, like Balenciagas, like other brands that promote that shit, then that's what has to happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to understand as a people, right? Like, don't be so eager to get on and become media outlets or become celebrities that you forget what's most important.
Yeah.
We don't need to jeopardize our integrity in order to come up and shine. We can keep our values and make them a priority and start a new belief, a new way of doing things. But we need to stay together, dog, and we can't lose our integrity. You feel what I'm saying? So right now, like, you know, like for the last couple years, you know, so many young raza or even older grown men were using the N-word. Like, you see that shit dying out little by little.
Yeah.
Because at first, people thought it was a trend.
Yeah.
But the real men start to speak on it like, dog, it's fake love for once. You're probably the biggest racist in your group saying the N-word, like you got love for the brothers. And then it was a second excuse. Oh, we grew up around them. Well, if you grew up around them, then why ain't they
Adapting to your shit.
why ain't they sitting next to you while you're saying the N-word on this platform?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, and third, and which is the most embarrassing part to me, is like, bro, you're dick riding another man, fool. You're stroking him literally with your mouth daily. Like,
And when did it
using
become cool?
using
You know what I'm saying? Like, why did people feel so comfortable?
It became cool when social media platforms opened up and you had little white boys in Kansas that are around no blacks saying it. Or you had somebody in the boonies thinking they're this and that. When you saw like that girl, Woe Vicky, acting blacker than the blacks.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it made it
Extra.
everybody was like, oh shit, like that's dope. It looks dope. But what you don't realize is this, dog, like it looks dope to ignorant people, but to people with real intellect, it's corny as fuck, dog, and it's embarrassing.
We weren't raised that way.
And look, fool, real black men, they don't respect that shit, fool. And real black men are at the forefront of media outlets. They're the A&Rs. They're the ones in the labels, Def Jam, and all that shit. Like, you gotta understand, like, why in the fuck would they let you come in and exploit their culture and make a mockery of it?
Yeah.
That is their inheritance, that word. They were able to make something profitable and beneficial out of what somebody gave them as an insult.
Yeah.
Why in the fuck do you think you have the right to use that shit to your advantage now?
Yeah.
All you're doing is exploiting them, dog. Like, and that's not respectable. But now it's coming, you know?
Yeah.
But what did it take? A few motherfuckers to run their mouth and call it what it is.
Yeah.
That's why the truth is so important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of being follower, you got to be a leader. Leadership is key around this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it goes back to what you were saying earlier. I don't know if we were recording it or not, about the creative. Like, you get people who are just like leeching onto that because that's
you get
that's what's gonna
clones.
get them
There's a lot of
followers.
clones out here, you know.
because that's
a lot
the
of
trend,
clones.
or-
A lot of clones watch and they just imitate. Well, those aren't artists. See, there's a difference between an artist and an entertainer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? An entertainer does it out of desperation because that's how he eats.
Yep.
An artist does it no matter what because that's
Yeah.
his love and his passion.
And that's who they are.
They do it out of inspiration.
Yeah.
You know, these people do it out of desperation. We do it out of inspiration.
You
feel what
said
I'm
that
saying?
too, just
yes,
recently.
sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. So,
yeah.
so that's important. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference between somebody being thirsty and somebody being hungry.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm hungry. I'm not thirsty, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's a difference between
Thirsty's
that too.
like instant gratification. Hunger is just like, I don't really know how to explain that. I know what the fuck it means.
Yeah,
I know exactly
you know what I'm
the fuck it
saying?
means,
And shout out to the homie Prayers, man. Like, honestly.
dog. That's another thing I wanted to touch
yeah,
too, dog. Like,
yeah.
how did that link? How did that link
I
happen?
want to say that it's I want to say that I want to say that me and Prayers were friends in a past life, you know? I want to say that. I want to
That's a
say that.
different kind of bond, dog.
Yeah,
That's
well,
a different kind of
he
fucking-
carries my last name. You know,
Oh.
like we have the same last name, you know, so we come from the same lineage one way or another. You
Yeah,
feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
And honestly, like I just started following the homie and he reached out. you know, and I reached out, and then he's from San Diego.
Yep.
So him being out here in LA, I felt like it was important to give him open arms and give him the resources that we have, because he's a homie. The homie's he's a Southsider just like me.
Yeah, I would say, and from the little that I do understand, there was no smut attached to his name or anything
Never
like
that,
either,
never
you
that,
know?
never that. But gangster to gangster, you gotta compliment the homies when they're solid.
Yeah.
Not only do you compliment them when they're at the top, you compliment them around the clock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you let them know their importance even when they're, you know, even when they're on lukewarm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just being authentic, just using my structure and my belief created a bond. And then now it's like, you know, the homie, like, fuck, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro, like, and this is no lie, like, that man has put so much money in my pocket without no strings attached, you know, without benefiting,
Unconditional.
without him
Unconditional
benefiting from it at all, like not one bit, like at all. And to this day, like, I don't know him shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, you know, in the literal sense.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
But like, he's not, you know, he just
like he don't have a tally of shit.
Nah,
like,
hell no. He's just
that's
a
what you mean by
genuine
that. I know
dude.
what
Yeah.
you're saying. Yeah.
Would you say that's the connection?
That's
between
the
you and him?
connection, yes,
Because
sir.
that kind of
yeah.
seems like you seem like the same exact
Yeah,
way.
we seem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
like
like-
we come from the same cloth, or we come from the same belief or the same experiences. You know what I'm saying?
And he's an artist as well.
Man, that fool's a beast, dog. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta think about what he's doing, dog. For one, he's the only person of our community in that genre.
Yeah.
Not only that, he created his own genre.
He did.
Not only that, he made our culture art. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Have you ever been to one of his shows?
I have not yet.
Dog, you're missing experience. Anybody here? No, man. His shows are choreographed. He puts on a show. The man is a showman. You know what I'm saying? Like, he how should I say it? Like, he DJs his own set. You know, he doesn't have turntables, but he has the what's that shit? The controller.
Yeah.
He does all his shit while performing, and you gotta understand, he sings. And he's gonna hit you with 16 songs a show while doing that shit, while performing.
And you got to be in shape to do that.
I've
shit.
seen the man rehearse.
You
The
gotta-
man's diligent.
You got to
know?
take, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, let me remember my music.
So we're literally presently, we're looking at the we're looking at the Jimi Hendrix of our culture right now. You know.
Yeah.
Do we appreciate it? Maybe not.
Yeah.
I do. You know what I'm saying? And I try my best to. Like, to me, King Lil G, my brotherhood with him, like, to me, that's the Nipsey of our culture, you know? Independent artist, did it on his own, fuck the labels, stuck to the code, stuck to the culture, heavy on our ethnic group. Like, we have it, but do we appreciate it? Probably not as much. You know what I'm saying? We're probably taking them for granted, you know what I'm saying?
How did that connection?
Hood shit, dog. We're gangsters, you know. The homies from a hood that's very well respected. I am too, and when you're a Southsider, it's not hard for us to, like, link up.
How long was it before you guys?
It was a few years.
To record.
I reached out to him originally when I first came out, and I get it. He was like your rookie season is hard.
Hell yeah.
You know, when you blow up, it's one of them situations where you're making adjustments. You know, constantly, and it's a form of purification too. You're figuring out who's there because they believe in you, and who's there in case you blow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get to find out who's who, you know what I'm saying? And with that fame comes a lot of pressure, you know what I'm saying? So at first I get it. We weren't able to get it in, but I think, like, after like 3 years of me being out and him seeing my work ethic and him seeing what I stand on and what I represent, not only that, like, real street dudes speaking for me. Like, I know the homie, you know, like, the boy, you know, he's 100. So, and that's what he told me. He's like, look, bro, like, I don't really do features with just anybody. Like, somebody fucking recommended you that I've known for over a decade, and that means a lot to me. You know, there's no price on honor. That's basically what he told me, you know? Yeah. So, let's get it. And that fool too, like, man, that boy's been good to me, you know?
Didn't you say? Didn't you just have you guys had a joint together that hit a million views or something?
Yeah,
like
we
that?
have a few. Every song
okay.
that we've done has hit million streams, over a million streams and over a million views. Every
Streams,
song we had
okay,
together.
yeah.
Yeah. We did Right Through the City, which I think is a classic.
Dog.
My shit, dog.
And then we did
That shit
Blue
is
Rag.
hard.
You know, we did Blue Rag here. You know,
Yeah.
Like, I want you to understand what we did on Blue Rag. Like, that's never happened before in our community. Like, never have you had so many gang members from different hoods that peaceful, chilling, dog. We didn't have no drama, like, whatsoever, fool.
That's huge.
But people will
dog.
not acknowledge that, though. I mean, You know, for whatever it's worth. You know,
everyone's like a. Ego.
I guess I make it look easy, bro. Sometimes
Yeah.
I make shit look too easy, dog. You gotta think. I came out of prison, fool, and I got on tracks with RJ. I got on tracks with Joe Moses. I got on tracks with G Perico. I got on tracks with Compton AD. Like it was nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then I went and did a song with Prayers. Then I did a few with fucking King Lil G. Now I'm talking about Benny. Think about what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
So people take it for granted when you make it look easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's all good though. I'm not tripping because I understand that these are things that have to happen. Like when I first did my first single with Joe Moses, dog, you should have seen the comments on YouTube. Oh, that I'm a this, and you're on their dick. You're jocking them, and all this and that. And I'm like thinking, like, dog, I rap, fool.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, there's admiration there for these people no matter what. Yeah. You gotta understand, there's a bond with these people no matter what, because you can get stuck on color and what they look like. I'm getting stuck on the way they got me through my hard times in life with their music.
Yeah.
And obviously, if I can relate, we're more alike than I even thought we were.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're probably more relatable to them than you are with that
than this motherfucker. Exactly.
leaving the comments.
Exactly.
You know?
So you know, wow. You know, now it's a thing. Now, fuck, like all the homies fucking work with them.
That's also part of what you were saying earlier about how you being too accessible makes people feel like they not own you, but kind of like
they're entitled.
Yeah, they're entitled. You know.
You know, Dope Man, the homie Dope Man, Peep CNT. He's been helping me, managing me for years, helping me, putting me in the right positions. Like, he told me from the beginning, he was like, "Look, Bozo, like, you don't see faces like ours in these crowds too much, mm-hmm. you know." But that's the most important part. You got to make your face friendly here. Like, you got to make it common here. Yeah. That's why we need to go to these shows.
And on sucker shit either.
And on no sucker shit.
Like you're not
Be
the
yourself.
Token, like you're not the token.
I always was like this. The way you see me now, G'd up, Southside shit, always at every show.
Yeah.
I've been on tour with OT Genesis. Shout out to OT Genesis. Like, that fool used to always take me and the homie Dope Man with him, you know? Uh-huh. And you know, like, it was just about making my face a staple in all these groups, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a stranger, like, and I used to always trip on that shit. Like, I'll go to clubs with them fools, strip clubs, and they'll be throwing 20, 30 bands in the club, and I'll look around and it'll just be like, the Asians will be over here, the blacks will be over here deep as fuck, and then there'll just be like a little sprinkle of homies. And I wanted to change that. You know, I wanted to change that. I was like, you know what? Fuck that. And then my boy Hitman 2, Hitman 448G, he was like, dog, we got to be deep in this bitch. I'm going to tell you like this. I pulled up so deep to Crazy Girls one time, they paid me.
What?
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the night, they gave me a bag. Like, dog, you need a percentage from every motherfucker that came here. And I was like, damn, appreciate it. When I pull up to Sam's, they treat me like family.
Yeah.
You know, at the holidays, I can make a call right now and shut that shit down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But homies weren't doing that before, though.
Yeah. You
got to understand, like, people, you didn't see a fucking Southsider homie behind Benny the Butcher on stage before.
Yeah.
That was unseen, homie. Yeah. And I'm there with my older homies that are fucking pinteros just like me. I'll have my homie Spooky in the back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, big ass, you know what I mean? Cuauhtemoc looking motherfucker, like, posted, you know? With Freeway Rick, with Alchemist on stage, with, you know what I'm saying? Like, with Jigga in the green room, like, that's real shit. Yeah. You know who they think I am at every show? The Plug.
Damn, that's...
Yeah, that's how odd it is for us to be there. Yeah, right. Damn, that fool's the plug. Especially, you know, I got my Cubans on, I'm flying shit. Like, they think I'm the Plug. They all look at me like that until, like, oh shit, oh boy's the one that did that track. Oh, okay, Bozo can spit. You know, he's a spitter. You know, and now it's love. Look, I pull up to fucking No Jumper. Adam runs out the back door. Yeah, it's me and AD and Duno's right there chilling. Yeah. That's something to be said, homie.
Man, that's
you know what I mean. When you become the host of somebody else's fucking platform, like you know, for whatever it's worth, dog, you doing something right.
I love that shit when you know, they were talking Duno, AD, and Gil. They were talking, and I was just peeping game. I was like, damn, this dude's quiet. And you were just quiet. You were letting everyone say what they had to say, and then when it was your turn to speak, the right shit. Not saying anybody else was saying wrong, but it was the right thing, like. The way you articulated just your emotions, and not saying you're emotional, but just everything. Yeah, I was just like, oh fuck, like that's huge. That's really impactful because it wasn't just like, like dumbed down. Nah, dog, nah, fool, nah, da.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like, no, you were breaking it down.
sir.
I was like, God damn, this motherfucker.
Well, I'm I got people to answer to. You need to understand
Yeah,
that. At the end
yeah.
of the day, like, I have the George Washingtons of our umbrella, like, to answer
a good
to.
way to put it. That's a
You
good
feel
way
what I'm
to put
saying?
it,
And
yeah.
I got my homeboys like that I walk with. Like, you gotta understand, when I'm up there, he's there with me.
Yeah.
Maybe not physically, but he's there.
Hell yeah.
I'm a reflection of him. I'm a reflection of all my homeboys. I'm a reflection of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
true.
you need to understand that. So it's important to have poise. You know what I mean? Making noise don't change shit. Poise changes shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it comes back down to that. Like, and that's why I was telling you earlier, like, it's important for your son to master being a little homie and you being a big homie. Because in those situations, I'm still the little homie.
Yeah.
When it comes down to that shit, I'm the little homie, and I gotta make my big homies proud, and that's what's most important to me.
I agree with you because you're showing that there's
I was showing I'm taught right by bad motherfuckers.
yeah.
Upholding his integrity.
You know what I'm
Exactly,
saying?
yeah.
As we go back, upholding his integrity.
It's showing that my water
Upholding.
where I'm from made us right, fool.
Yeah.
It's showing that the ass whoopings I took from my older homies when I was a kid,
Yeah.
the chequeadas I took at the park served their purpose, fool.
Yeah.
I never ran and hid.
Exactly. Yeah.
I never ran and hid. I got back up, smiled, and kept it pushing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it made me who I am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And look at what I am. Like, I'm impenetrable, dog. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, let's run it.
Yeah.
What you want to do? You want to fight life case? Let's run it. You want to go to a corporate office, start a bit? Let's run it. You want like, what you want to do? What chess game do you want to play, fool? Let's do it, dog. I'm ready for it.
Do you think that gives you an advantage?
Most definitely it gives me an
does, huh,
advantage.
right.
I got scars, man. And them scars have healed. You know what I'm saying? And what happens when scars heal? They create callus. They create thicker skin.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? I'm like a Borg, fool. Like, my skin is thick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could survive on any land, and I'll graze and grow, and I'll bring more with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Behind that, because what I represent is what I represent, dog. It's not it's not with a selfish agenda. You know what I'm saying?
That's the key
I
word.
just know that I'm very, very privileged. I know that I'm very, very fortunate, and I know that I'm very blessed. So I don't do this to just highlight myself,
Yeah.
I do this to highlight my people as a one. Like, I do this to feed my people, not my ego.
Every interview I've ever seen of you, it's never been like a selfish interview. It's always been you talking.
Yeah,
talking
but people
about
call that.
exactly-
People say I'm arrogant, though.
Oh, I didn't
Like people.
I didn't take that.
People,
I didn't receive that at all.
but no, but
I
I'm gonna
hear
tell
what
you,
you're
like,
saying,
people that aren't grounded like you, or see that, they'll take confidence for ego.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They'll
Yeah.
take confidence and they'll take the belief that you have and call it ego. Like, oh, that fool's a fuck. He's on his own dick.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy think he's the baddest motherfucker. Dog,
riding his own wave,
I'm
or he's
look,
this,
I'm gonna tell you like this, dog. Like, I am not the baddest motherfucker. Like, there's a man. I got a couple homeboys on the yard that are fucking animals. You know what I'm
It
saying?
takes a
Like,
humble man to admit that, to understand it and admit it.
what's the truth?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm not saying, dog, nobody's forcing me to say it's the fucking truth, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not willing to do 45 years to life in the joint right now, dog.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't want to go back to the shoe. I've been there. I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
I don't even want to go back to the 1 or 2 yard. Like, no, I've been to those two. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go to county. I don't want to do another spread in fucking Charlie Roll. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have a shootout if I don't have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't even want to catch a fade if I don't have to.
Yeah, no.
Dog, I'm too fresh.
Yeah.
The fuck you mean?
Yeah.
I used to get dirty back in the days. Now I like to stay clean, baby.
Yeah,
like,
hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different now, dog. Like, I'll buy you a drink before I body you, dog.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah. But don't get it twisted. That can come either way.
Yeah,
It just-
I mean, that's proven.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have to say that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, my history.
easy.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
history will tell you that. I don't have to rap about it. I don't even have to talk. Like, fool. I walk in the room, fools know what to expect, And it's a beautiful thing, dog, because it comes with merit, and merit is earned. You know what I'm saying? Merit is earned. Merit is earned, and merit is preserved through humility.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you have merit and you carry it the wrong way and you use it in the wrong, like me and him both know individuals that have merit in my hood and use it to bring down and destroy people, and use it to manipulate others and mislead others. You know what I'm saying? My merit comes so that when I hug you and I show you love, you're like, damn, this fool's a cold motherfucker, and look at how much he loves me, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my homie got stripes, and he's the sweetest dude I fucking know.
Yeah.
My homie will make me a sandwich right now if I'm hungry. I could go in his closet and get a pair of shoes. if I can't buy my kid a gift for her birthday, my homie got me. That, you know what I'm saying? To me, I don't know about anybody else. Yeah. To me, man, that's an excellent feeling.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell
it's a beautiful feeling, dog. Like,
and that's also like that's a feeling that not a lot of people will ever have.
Imagine this: you come home from prison, right? You've been gone 15 years, and you get out, and your homie picks you up. Your homie puts clothes on your back. Your homie puts a little money in your pocket. Your homie takes you to dinner, and then your homie sits you down and tells you, "Look, we got a plan. Let's get you a job. Let's get you a couple certs. I know how to build your credit, get you the whip, save up some money. I know how to get you your own place. I know how to eventually fucking get you a loan for a home. Let's get you a LLC. Let's get you a little company. Let's get you some side money going. And you know what? The money, what comes? Bad bitches, baby. Let's roll." Yeah. Come on, dog. Dog, get the fuck out of here, baby. What the fuck? Like, that shit right there is like, you know, to somebody that's coming from that situation, like, that's everything. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be careful who you give those opportunities to.
There's people out now that haven't even accomplished any of that.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's not hard. It's not hard, dog. It's not hard. It's just about commitment.
Yeah.
It's just about commitment. I think the most important thing is, as a people, is this. We need to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's it, dog.
I say the same shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wake up in the morning, for my girl tell you, I'm not that guy that stretches out. I'm that guy that... I'm in a hurry, fool.
Yeah.
I don't want to be late to where I'm going.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? I know that my punctuality says a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know that if I stretch too many times and roll over, I'm gonna just fall back asleep.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know myself. You feel me? So what I do, I go in there, get that cold shower, fucking turned up. You know what I mean? And I'm gone, fool. And I love that drive in the middle of the night when it's just me, fool. I love that 4:30 in the morning drive.
The other guy that we were gonna have come with us, he you know, our old producer and shit, he like, when I told him, you know, remember we were talking, I was like, yo, I'm gonna book it, and then he's like, oh, but what if he's late and this? And I was like, yo, you gotta relax. I was like, you don't worry about
never late.
I was like, you don't worry about none of that shit.
Yeah,
you ain't got
late.
let me deal with it. And the reason why I had no issue with it is because, like I said, you made me feel like I knew you already.
Yeah.
And I felt like, oh no, he ain't gonna, if he gives me his word, that's gonna be his word. And
for all I know, you're a fucking mogul, bro. Like, not only that, for all I know, bro, you're Jesus in the flesh. For all I know.
Yeah, I hear you.
You can't put that past you can't put greatness past nobody, bro. Yeah. The minute you start coming late to places or feeling that you're bigger than people is the minute that you don't believe in other human beings, fool. You just believe it in yourself. Yeah. You know? That's called narcissism.
Yeah. Oh, that's
you know
a
what I'm saying?
Killer too.
And I'm not a narcissistic man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. Do I feel myself? Hell yeah. Am I confident? Hell yeah. Do I look in the mirror and say you a bad motherfucker? Hell yeah. But I know that I'm not capable of doing that without good friends, a good woman behind me, a good upbringing from my older sisters, from my nieces, my father, my mother that brought me, my older homies in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, I know people talk bad about gangs and the gang life. And I heard American Cholo the day, he was on a rant about, did you sign up for this? And that's my boy. The American Cholo's the homie. You know, he's my older homie. But American Cholo never speaks on the void that was existing that led you into getting into a gang. He talks about all the cons of being in the gang, but he doesn't ever tell you, like, why did you feel the urgency and the importance of joining a gang?
Yeah.
People join gangs because people aren't giving them, how should I say, man? People in their household or maybe at school, their friends aren't making them feel important. Like, when you join a gang, automatically you're important. Even when you're the little homie, you're the cutest thing in the hood. Oh, the older homies love the little homie. Yeah. The older homegroups probably want to suck you all up. The boys that you're with are excited. You're the new homie from the hood. I'm going to put you onto this, do that. Check this out, my boy. This is how you clean the Cortez. Yeah. Check this out, my dog. This is how you crease. Yeah. Look, fool, here's a shotgun. You know how low to shoot? Nah, sit down, my dog. That's camaraderie there. That we're looking for a belonging. You know what I'm saying? So when you're talking about eliminating gang problems, we need to build resources for these kids and the youth to feel like they belong, like they're important. Yeah. Even when they don't have a household. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Come to this. Like, they teach them stupid shit at school, like fake history, you know? Or they teach them an elective. What's your elective right now?
Engineering and design.
Oh, that's a nice one. Damn, good shit.
Tell 'em
Well,
school- tell 'em
it's
school
improved. Before they taught us how to.
He goes to a STEM school. It's a little different. It's
Oh,
science,
okay,
science,
okay.
technology,
I'll give you my
engineering,
son's,
math.
dog. It's ceramics.
See what I'm saying?
My shit was home ec. You know what I mean?
They taught us. Yeah, they taught
That
us
was still good, though.
cooking or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
pigs in a blanket.
Yeah.
Dog, if they would have taught me how to invest in stocks, it'd be different. Imagine somebody taught you. Do you know how to invest in stocks? No. You want to learn today? I'm gonna teach you before we leave. All right. And it's gonna be easy. I'm gonna teach you the app, and I'm gonna give you $40 to start. Okay. With $40 simply, I'm gonna teach you how to buy stocks and
you, dog.
invest in them on
Appreciate
your
that.
own. Okay. But imagine if somebody taught you how to invest stocks. How old are you?
I'm 16.
16. Let me tell you something. If you put $100 in the right stock, 10 years from now, it's worth 100,000. Think about that. 100,000 at the age of 26. That's a house, fool. Yeah. With that 100,000, you could buy a little duplex, rent them out, still live with your pappy. Fuck it. Pops, I'm getting this property right. You learn how to manage, you know?
Yeah.
You grow an LLC, like you do your, come on, baby. Like we talking bread. We're talking generational wealth, real intellect here. Now you a boss, baby. You're the first dude at school with a brand new whip. Pussy's gonna slap you in the face, boy. That pussy's gonna build confidence.
100%.
That pussy's gonna build confidence. You're gonna be a bigger, badder motherfucker, you know? So those are the things, you feel what I'm saying? But now that we know, it's important for us to do that shit. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Now that we know, like, those jewels need to be handed out. Like, I invested in stocks a couple years ago. As soon as I saw the stock market crashing, pulled that shit out. I did that shit. We opened up a body salon for my girl. Said, fuck it. Money's not coming out of stocks. Let's put it into a shop. Yeah. Opened up my own business for my lady. Babe, here's a passion. You've been encouraging me, and my passion is like, it's time for you to shine, girl.
Hell yeah.
Here's your own establishment. Do your own
yeah.
shit. Let me know when I need to stay home with the kids and babysit so you can go do your shit.
And he also gives them a sense of purpose as well. Like, okay, cool, because they got their
A
own
real
baby
man
that they
makes
groom.
a real boss makes his girl one too. Fool.
Exactly.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Hands fucking down. Yeah. Hands down. Because if not, you're just making your girl an employee.
Yeah.
I don't want my girl to be an employee. My girl told me recently, I want to look for a job. I told her, look, baby, no disrespect. Ain't no man gonna tell you when to come in, when to eat your lunch, and when to clock out. That's just how I get down.
Yeah.
If we don't need to. Now, don't get me wrong. If we're building and it's time to grind, let's grind, baby. When it's time to grind, let's do it together. But if I'm in a position where she doesn't have to, or I have to sacrifice 2 more hours a day overtime, let's run it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. That's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's levels to this shit, man. And there's you know, dog, it's like this, man. It's simple as fuck. Like, do unto others as you want done unto you.
100%.
You know,
it's funny because you say it's simple, but it's also funny how people don't fucking live by that.
Because they get in their own way.
Yeah.
They're in their own way. They're always thinking about themselves. Yeah. Themselves. It's about me. It's about people take themselves too serious. Sometimes, look, dog, I'm going to tell you something. My homie, I don't want to say his name, but he was being with a project bitch, right? And no disrespect to the females that live in the projects. No. Hear me out, though. Hear me out. All right. So my homeboy's being with some chick that's a project recipient, right? And I noticed my homie losing his drive. I noticed my homie losing his ambition. I noticed my homie like not chasing no goals. He was gaining weight. And I'm looking at my boy and I'm like, hey, fool, like, you're turning into an old girl over there. Like, tell me who you sleep with and I'll tell you who you are. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, this chick is nothing but all she does is consume. Yeah. She consumes from this, consumes from that. She has no passion, no goals, no drives. All she does there is lay there and believe that everybody owes her everything. And you're starting to turn into that same woman, fool.
Fuck. How did he
Energy
take it?
transferred. Yeah.
He soaked it up. That's my dog. He knows I wouldn't lie to him. Did he like it? No. Did he fight me on it for a minute? Yes. Okay. Fast forward to now. Look how crazy this is. In less than 2 years, no fucking lie. In less than 2 years, my homie opened up his own business that's profitable as fuck. The city of, I'm not going to say a city, just gave them an award for the best this type of business that you can have. My homie now has, you know, like, he has a family. He just had a son. His son is only 8 months younger than my son.
Oh, shit.
So the same way that me and him grew up, he's 2 years older than me. Yeah. But that same age difference that me and him had growing up, now our boys, Nano, my son Emiliano, and his son have.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be there like we were there for. Think about how beautiful that was.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Just getting the right chick, a chick that believed in you, a chick that had hope, getting with a woman that has her own goals and her own drive. Look at what it can do for you.
Yeah.
Fucking 360, baby. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, man. Like complimenting each other, you know? Like I said, a real boss makes his girl one too. That's just the way it is.
Hey, and that's I can agree with you 100% on that. You know what I'm saying? And I think we've seen a couple situations that you just explained. You know, I got someone in mind right now, and I'm having trouble dealing with them. Not really dealing with them, but it's affected his own mom and his family and stuff. And it's just like I can't even help him. You know, I can't because
there's times when you gotta step back.
He knows what he needs to do.
Yeah.
But is he willing to do it? But I can't even put myself.
You got to
in his
learn how to
shoes.
determine when your friendship can turn you into an enemy.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you're preaching things to people and they're not ready for it, you become an enemy, fool. You know, you're a contrarian to what they need because they're being led by the wrong emotion, you know? Like I said before, like people confuse lust for love all the time. Like little homie, you are for the next... Let me see, 16, probably 14 years. You're gonna mistake lust for love. Yeah, you will, dog.
Yeah.
You will, dog. But
and some still after even that.
yeah, some after that.
Learn that
Some after
lesson.
that. Some after that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, you know, it's but look, I'm gonna be completely honest. Yeah, life experiences helped me a lot, but I think the biggest thing that helped me was the Bible, bro. Like just Psalms, like.
How many times did you read it?
Twice. I read it twice. I joined a study Bible group when I was in prison, like a college course. I enrolled in it, and there was just certain things that I said, dog, that would just penetrate in my soul. Like there's a scripture where it says, "You're better off walking blind through the woods than to live with a contentious woman." Ooh. You know, there's another one like when I was a child, I acted as a child. Now that I'm a man, I do as men do. You know what I'm saying? That to me is heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to keep being a little boy, then you're gonna suffer little boy consequences. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You want to boss up, then you know what I mean? When you become a man, you do what men do.
It's also
you know
recognizing the actions and yourself at that moment, because not everyone can identify when you're acting that way and the transition. You know,
yeah.
So that's kind of tough. You know, but.
Yeah, it takes a little brains.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know that we're not all the sharpest tools in the shed.
Yeah.
But your will is always there.
Yeah.
That's one thing that is your birthright. You know, your will is always there. So, you know, you gotta always understand, like, if you're doing wrong, you're gonna end up wrong. You know what I'm saying? What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. You know, I think life is about that. Like not making things more complicated than what they are. My sister Amy, she tells me, "Mijo, you're drowning in a cup of water."
Yeah.
And I'm like, when she told me, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Spanish saying.
Yeah.
I was like, you know,
Yeah, it's a Spanish saying.
you know, I was like, you're right. Like, fuck, and that shit got me right.
Yeah.
You know, you know what I'm saying? But you know, and it's important it's important for you to understand like how important it is to keep certain people's integrity intact. You know, like you can't shit on your parents, fool, no matter what. No matter what, no matter their flaws, no matter their shortcomings, you can't shit on them. Your family will thrive better with them being respected, with you acknowledging who they are. You know what I'm saying? The minute that you start trashing your parents, your kids will start thinking it's all right to trash you, no matter how great you are. Because all they got to do is say, you do the same shit about grandpa. You talk the same way about grandma. Like, why the fuck can I tell you? Fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so you're leading by example. You feel what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, you can have the most fucked up parents in the world. I mean, aside from somebody like abusing you, those type of parents. But I'm saying you can have, parents that weren't present. But at the end of the day, them meeting and doing what they did gave you life. Like, they put the air in your lungs, They gave you their heartbeat, and then genetically, like, you are your father, whether you realize it or not. And you're gonna see as you get older, you'll start to look like him. You'll start to sleep like him on the couch. Same mannerisms, I see that shit now, dog. I'm like, fuck, I'm turning into my dad.
Yeah. That's true.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm turning into my grandpa, bro.
See what I'm saying?
That's
the truth, though. But but it's a beautiful thing because
he was the one there,
But you gotta understand, though, it's a beautiful thing because what does it tell you? Even if your dad passes away, he's always with you. Yeah. All you gotta do is look at yourself. Yeah. And your daddy's always there. When I hit the mic and I rap, I tell myself my daddy's still here with me, dog. Because that was him on the porch with the guitar. drunk, singing, rancheras,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Now I'm doing the same. I'm faded at the strip club, throwing bands. What's up, bitch? You know
It's a different version.
Different version, but it's the same shit. When I hustle, when I'm out here, same shit. My mom sold clothes out the trunk. Yeah. She's still with me, dog. Yeah. Hasn't left my side. Like, literally, her soul is there with me, her spirit. So,
that would explain his catalog.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Explain your catalog, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's why there's so much there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because that's,
hell yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So to shit on your parents is shit on yourself, Yeah. You can't do that. That shit can't happen.
God damn.
I got a couple more questions. What are some of your goals for 2023?
Okay, so 2023 is to buy some real estate. First of all, second of all is to drop the biggest album of my career. Third is to establish, by any means, Empire as a company that's willing to provide not only products but entertainment, and also educate further the youth. And then fourth, get more involved with my charity, God's Pantry in Pomona, city of Pomona. I want to do something big for them.
You have that established right now?
Yeah, I've been doing that for a couple of years. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I work with them.
I want to get with you afterwards. I want to.
If
I can donate my time. Anything,
yeah. So what I do for God's Pantry is based like this. I just organize little events to show appreciation to the people that are going through transitional programs. Try to motivate them, inspire them to, I can relate. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of young men that come from the same background as me. There's a lot of women that have had like hard lives in there. There's lifers coming home from prison that, never, haven't built their confidence to that place. So we like to show up, talk to them man to man, and like let them know, like, look, dog, like that feelings you're feeling, I felt them, fool. I was there. So don't trip. Like, you looking yourself in the mirror, my dog, like eventually you're going to get your strength up and you're going to be as powerful as I am. Yeah. And you're going to have as much belief as what comes out of your mouth as I do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And to the women, like, you're our queens. We need you. Without you, there is no us. So let's get it together. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's like. Like, I took Drummer Boy over there to pass out turkeys during Thanksgiving. I took Arnold Barbosa, the champ, over there. We took the
I seen you.
We
You
took
walked
the
out
boys
with them
out
on
to
ESPN?
Yeah, hell yeah. I was live on
dope,
ESPN,
dog.
man. Hell yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I know, that was big.
Damn.
Yeah, that was hard. You know how I felt? You ever seen Rocky when James Brown comes out and he's like,
Yeah.
we living in America. I was like, yeah, bitch,
Yeah.
Like I did my shit in the guayabera. I bought myself a blue guayabera, you know what I mean? Kept the traditional,
that's
Cuban links, you know what I'm
that's the
saying?
thing,
Like
yes.
that style, like the elegance that we present is very important, you know what I'm saying? That's why, like, I'm heavy on everything. You know what I'm saying? Like even right now, I'm growing out my beard, dog. Like I'm not afraid of the how seasoned I am in my age. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to let the youngsters know, like, you're only as old as you allow yourself to be, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, I'm not young in age, but I'm young in spirit. You know what I'm saying? I'm young in energy. You know.
And we need to stop the narrative where like you were saying earlier, where we have this age in our head, like subconsciously, where like it's over for us at that age. But it's like, no, that's when our best shit comes out. That's when you're getting the
Well,
best
you got to
news.
understand, look, our elders had the luxury to get old. We don't.
Yeah.
The lifestyle that we lived and the goals that we have, we can't get old, fool. We can't get, what retirement do you have? I don't have a retirement. I'm going to stay grinding till I'm gone. Yeah. I know that. Well, not only because I want to, but out of necessity, our people can't retire, fool. Yeah. So we don't have the luxury of being old. You know what I mean? You got to stay new all the time.
You may not even get Social Security, Doug, by the way.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we don't have that luxury. That was a luxury that our elders had. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's out. You know what I mean? Yeah. So stay youthful. Keep your innocence. Your innocence is important. You got to remember, your innocence is what allows you to hug the next man. Your innocence is what allows you to believe in God with your full heart. Your innocence is what allows you to be vulnerable when you need to be, and your innocence will allow you to tell yourself the truth when you don't even want to, you know what I'm saying? So keeping your innocence is very important too for every man,
Yeah. Cool.
Damn. I'm excited for the generations you're gonna give birth to.
Yeah.
I'm excited for I got a 2-year-old who's about to turn 3 later this month. When he turns on the TV, I want him to see you.
Yeah, thank you, man. I
want him to
that.
see you.
That means a
like,
lot.
The way I turned on the TV and saw Nas and heard what Nas had to say, heard what Jay had to say.
Yeah, most definitely.
Canes and shit. I want him to see Bozo.
Yeah, thank you, man.
I think it's much necessary. I wish every generation had somebody like you.
Yeah.
That's what we need, man. That's what we need. the confidence sometimes in us is so suppressed.
Yeah.
Because who do we really got to look forward to when it comes to actions?
Yeah.
Your lyrics become action.
Yeah.
I'm listening to what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I'm also listening to what you're doing.
Yeah.
And they're
And that's
one and one. They're
important.
parallel.
Yeah, that's important.
They're
Yeah.
parallel. That's what we all look for in artists.
Yeah, so that's very important. I think that like I said before, there's no faith without works,
Yeah.
So you gotta put actual commodities behind what you're saying, so there's validity behind what you're saying. And therefore, and that's the thing that made Nipsey so important,
Yeah.
Like and that's and thank God, bless that man's soul, like thank God for his life. That man inspired me a lot. Like Nipsey was the artist that got me through these 10 years, He planted the seed. To be honest with you, there's a lyric that he said, you get abused long enough, you start abusing shit. And I felt that, I felt that in my heart. Like I was abused so long as a kid, as an adult, that I started abusing everybody around me too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I wanted to change that. You know what I'm saying? Because I realized that I was a victim and I was keeping the victim mentality. You know what I'm saying? And I was allowing the people that victimized me to keep winning and keep hurting me as I went on. So yeah, like that was the beautiful thing about Nipsey, you know what I'm saying, was that he showed us, he didn't just floss. Like these rappers floss, throw bands, throw out the goal, but they don't show you how to make it. Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you why they don't show you how to make it, because 80% of them don't even know how they're making it. You know what I mean? They don't know. Yeah. You know what I mean?
They're made in a boardroom.
Yeah, exactly. So and the ones that do know how to make it and are spreading it with us, well, those are the ones that want you to become laborers furthermore. You know what I mean? Yeah. They have a labor distinction for you. You know what I'm saying? So, at this point, like, it's important shit for us to drop these gems, because with numbers comes more profit, man, and more. The bigger your network is, the stronger you are. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, as of right now, like, all the little homies, dog, I mean, you name them, if they're from a hood and they're from like my background, they tap in, they reach out, and or they'll ask me for advice. So, sometimes I'm the dude on the phone, like, hey, fool, let that shit go. Yeah. But old boy just disrespected. Hey, fool.
That's so key.
That ship gonna sink itself. Fool. Yeah. Don't trip. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep poised, baby. Relax. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I think it's important. It's an obligation, man, that I have. So, and I enjoy it. That's the biggest part of it. It makes me happy. You know what I mean?
I gotta ask this question, Doug.
Yeah.
Dream collab, dead or alive?
Dream collab, dead or alive at this point? Fuck, that's a very hard one, right?
It's generations or different times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, I do have one though. I have a few, but I think that Marvin Gaye on the hook and me on the verses would be a dream collab.
Damn.
I Want You is my favorite album ever made, Doug.
You know what I'm saying? I think Marvin Gaye on the hook and
that'd be
maybe somebody like producing the track. I think Just Blaze, Just Blaze producing the track. Marvin Gaye on the hook and me on the verse. I think that'd be like beautiful.
Circa 99, 2000, 2001, Just Blaze.
Yeah. He does like stadium fucking music.
Yeah, well, that's why,
It's
that's
big.
fucking
It's a big sound. So that's crazy.
Because I have a lot of like Gangstar's my shit, right? But like fucking like their music to me, like what you're describing is Queen, the Queen performance.
Yeah.
When they're fucking in the when he was doing the AIDS benefit concert, like the way he just rocked this. That's when I think of fucking we just said his name, goddammit, the producer. What's his name?
Just Blaze.
Yeah, Just Blaze on top of the your guys' stuff. That'd be dope.
That'd be crazy. Hell yeah.
That shit. Come on, Just Blaze. Reach out to the boy. Come on, you just got it.
But hey, man, once again, I want to thank you for your time.
No, thank you.
I want to thank you for prioritizing time.
Yeah, most definitely.
And
like I said, this is my last podcast.
Yeah.
So you won't see me doing no. I don't give a fuck who invites me. I think the only one that I would do, well, ones that are big. Obviously, I would have to take them to spread to keep branding and branding. Yeah. But as of right now, like, nah, man, we gonna chill. We're gonna let the people miss me, for a little bit.
You know what we did like when I know we liked when we were younger was the when you didn't really know the person, like you didn't
obscurity,
the like the mysticism surrounding them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but shit. Right now, like the thing is that there's such a saturation of message, of leadership, of beliefs. You know what I'm saying? That you can't stay quiet, dog. You know, like our elders would always tell us, like, the loudest person in the room is the weakest. Presently, this time of day, that's changed.
Yeah, it is.
You know, the quietest person in the room is the weakest. Because now we have so many outlets that give you a voice. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, before, like, like being loud was unheard. That's why you look stupid.
Yeah.
Because you were just speaking to the walls and whoever was there. Well, right now, like, you know, it's there for a very long time, and people can continue to hear and hear and hear and hear. That's why it's important for us to have a voice now. You know what I'm saying?
The closed mouth don't get fed.
Closed mouth don't get
Can you
fed.
just do me one favor?
Yes, sir.
Gigantic favor. Keep posting in your story.
Yeah, always, for sure.
Like the behind the scenes shit.
Yeah.
Like your story currently. Dog, that means a lot to, I mean, just to myself in general, because I love the behind the scenes shit.
Yeah.
When I talk about like my favorite albums and all that, I wish I was in there with them, watching the process, and not necessarily helping, because I feel like I can not help but add or what, just being in that. And so I love seeing it, dog. I love seeing the behind the scenes.
Yeah, me too.
I love seeing the process.
I like being a fly on the wall, man.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Because
I love to see the energy. I love to see the communication. And, you know, there's one thing about being in the studio. Like, he was with me last night, and I was telling him, like, man, it feels so good. Because I hadn't been with Ernie G and Drew a minute because of the holidays, you know. And my little girl's birthday's on the 26th. So I've been busy the last couple weeks because I'm usually in the studio all the time. So I missed it, man, you know?
Yeah.
And Friday, like, I made it a priority to get ready quick, and my dog, let's go. And, you know, I bought a vintage bottle of tequila. Like, you know, I made it a moment. You know what I mean? I showed up like, hey, fool, like, here's your Christmas gift. You know, the homie gave me a Rolex, you know? And I was like, damn, like, look at that. That's beautiful shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but the energy in that room, you know, the way we communicate, and the homie was like, we need to be posting this shit. Fuck the podcast, like, do this shit. And I'm just like, yeah, we do. You know what I mean? We gonna do that shit. But you know, like, you know, it's like everything else. You know, you start to transition, you know, and grow and evolve, and then, you know, certain opportunities lead to others, and that's what we're going through. You know, we're going through the growing pains, and we're learning, and we're establishing ourselves as a voice. You know, officially. You know what I'm saying? Like if there was any question, just do a recap of my last year, you know? Not only did I hit ESPN live, like, I hit fucking No Jumper, I hit fucking what's it, Bootleg Cavs, like, you know, I was on stage with Benny, like, I joined King Lil G's tour, I joined Prayer's tour, like, dog, like, you know, like, let's get it. You know
one more thing. Like, any shows coming up?
As of right now, I have nothing booked, but, you know,
where can we find out about it? On the IG?
Well, I'll post it on my IG, But, you know, during the holidays, everything slows down. You know? All promoters, even the dope man, stop selling. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
Stays in for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, for 2 weeks, like, you know, everything's shut down. So, you know, that's where we're at right now. But, yeah, like, shows are coming. I know for a fact they're coming. Yeah, man, I'm just waiting on King Lil G. Let me know when the date is for the show at the Novo. We were supposed to go to that one. It got rescheduled. So I'm waiting on that show. That show's going to be big for me.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited, and then I got shows coming. They'll come on, they'll pop up.
I love the live performance too, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love the live performance. So
yeah, I get real turned up, man. You know, at the live performances, you know, it's one of them things where, like, you know, you get to live your, you know how the Ultimate Warrior used to come out, like, that's how I feel, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
rush,
it's like when I walk out, it's my time to do my shit, like, and be all I can be. You know,
what do you like? I know I try to wrap this up, but what do you like? What do you like more, creating the joint or performing it?
Creating.
Yeah,
because the best way I could describe it is this, right? Let's say you're a young man, you know, and you're closing your eyes and you're imagining your dream girl. You know what I'm saying? And your dream wife, and, you know, hopefully she's a virgin, you know, hopefully she knows how to cook, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully fucking, you know,
head game's right.
I mean? She's nice like my color, but with green eyes and shit. You know, you're thinking everything that's beautiful, right? Well, the same thing happens with music. You know, you hear the beat and you write your lyrics and you're hearing it in your head, but it's always way more beautiful than what you imagined when it comes to fruition, you know?
And for my fellow producers, do you accept
all beats? I'm open to everything.
Okay.
I'm open to all talent. Okay. I'm open to all beats. Should I pay for the beats? You don't gotta give me nothing free. Yeah, man, just hit my DM. My Gmail's on it. And I'm open to everything, dog. All sounds, all everything. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's good.
it's an open door with that. But yeah, I'm dropping the price. No, wait. Hunger Games 3, Declaration of Independence.
Do you have a date
I'll
for
be
that?
dropping it within the next 30 days.
Okay.
I think it'll be probably sooner than that because last night we were doing the finishing touches on it, and Ernie G. Proper Dose, man. Shout out to Ernie G. Proper Dose.
Yeah, shout out to
Shout
Ernie
out
G.
to Steve at Fan First. Shout out to Dope Man at Peep CNT. Shout out to Hitman 448G. Shout out to, let me see who else, man. My boy Von Poe, my videographer. Like, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I can't afford his talent. I'm blessed to have his talent.
Yeah. You got a good team surrounding you, dog.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Project A18 Project Made, my producer. Shout out to Drew 22, my producer. Shout out to Ray out of the UK, my producer.
Oh shit, you got a UK connection?
Yeah. I
Okay.
stay beats from the UK. Them
Fuck
boys,
yeah.
listen. The United Kingdom has talent, man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Their
they
production is like A1, dog.
Yeah.
Fuck, who else, man? Shout out to Kenny Sway out of New York. That's on the album. I only have one feature on this album, and it's Kenny Sway.
I appreciate that too. Not like albums full of features, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel you.
Because you really get to capture you as an artist, and it's also a challenge, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's not like, I'll leave this spot open for you.
This album ended up like that because I just, like, people couldn't keep up on my schedule, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I have such a sense of urgency just to knock shit out.
I love it, dog. I love it.
And shout
Don't
out to
stop
the whole
it.
South Side, man. Shout out to the Blue Team, the support that I'm getting from the streets, the feedback that I'm getting from all the homies out there that are following the movement. Shout out to the older homies that look down on me and bless me with their encouragement, that allow me to move through the city with a CDL at any fucking given time I want. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the love and shit and the support. Shit, man, just stay hopeful. Be realistic about who you are and what you're capable of doing. Don't bite off more than you can chew. To the little homies, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Don't try and wear the underwear that don't fit. Wear your size, man. You know what I mean? Play your role. Your role has a huge importance in the future. You don't gotta be the biggest, baddest motherfucker right now because you will be eventually. You know what I mean? Don't rush that. Don't rush your greatness. People want to rush it. And what happens is that there's a default in that. You know what I'm saying? You're not prepared for what comes with it. You know what I'm saying? You haven't built the relationships that you need to be able to walk and talk that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Let men be men and let bitches be bitches. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah.
Cool. How you top that?
Hey, for real. Hey, thanks again. This is a special one to me in my heart. So, hey, everyone, have a good one.
Yes, sir.
I don't know why I can't.
We out.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, dog. Forgive me. I'm in fan mode too. You know what I'm saying?
I never seen that in my life. Oh, really? That's crazy.
The neck, and then we fill the neck with that.
Is it like I want to fight, fuck you up, or is it I want to just turn up? Fuck you up?
Depends on how you are. You know.
You smoke when you write, bro?
No.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something. I have a rule, right? Like, I don't smoke until I don't indulge until I have something to celebrate. You know, like I don't do this unless I earned it. You know what I'm saying?
This dude used to tell me the same thing.
You know what I'm saying?